Welcome back, Endgame fam. How's everybody doing? It is midweek, but only 24 hours away from football. It always feels good to say that. I wasn't crazy about the whole Thursday night thing at first, but I kind of like now that we don't have to ever wait too long before there's an actual NFL game that counts. I don't know. You warmed up to it?
I think I preferred Thursday football before we had to answer a bunch of Thursday start sit questions because now I just find myself like stressed out during the game, especially if it's like one of those games where like there's a player that is you're kind of on the fence about, but everybody's asking about him and you're one way or the other, and then you're just watching the game praying it goes the way you said because you don't want to let everybody down. Like if you're like start him, you're like, oh please don't be terrible tonight. So I can't even really enjoy the games anymore. I'm too stressed about, you know what I mean, about the players like doing what I said they would do, or at least coming close.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, it's funny because I don't even really think about my teams that much. I worry about what did I say? What did I tell everyone to do? That's exactly
Yes,
right. So I'm worried about
that's true.
hundreds of other teams, but look, we try. We do our best. We did talk a lot last night. We all were on the stream about a guy who's playing tomorrow. I'm not even sure how many Debo Samuel questions we're gonna get. I mean, how many teams in the playoffs right now really feel like they're going with Debo? Is it even a question? I mean, if you have Debo and you're playoff bound, are you starting him? I know we did our start set, and you guys have seen what we said about it, but how confident can you even be?
I mean, you can't be confident. It's gonna be that's gonna be one that's gonna be one of the tough decisions tomorrow if you have Debo because you can't feel confident, but at the same time, you always know there's a chance. There's a chance he does something crazy and goes for like 30 plus fantasy points. And then you have to sit there. You have to go to bed Thursday night thinking, what have I done? All day Friday, what have I done? All day Saturday, what have I done? And then all day Sunday, hoping whoever you put in instead of Debo at least comes through enough to not make you completely regret the decision. So, yeah, I'm already not looking forward to the Debo questions tomorrow.
No, no, definitely not. Not much changed really, but he didn't back down. In fact, he kind of doubled down. Right? They asked him about it. His tweet, his comment, and he's like, "Yeah, I said what I said." Like he wants the ball more.
Yep. Yep.
And Brock Purdy was like, your typical diplomatic response. Oh, I wish I could throw him the ball in every play, but he's not going to. So I don't know. This whole squeaky wheel thing. Sometimes it plays out, sometimes it doesn't. So I would still not consider it more than just a flex. So we'll see what happens here. We do have some midweek sort of injury updates. Now I know it's still early because it's Wednesday. Other than the Niners and the Rams, we still have a lot of time left. You make your decisions. So, sort of good news. Lad McConkey, we don't know if he's going to play, but it sounds like he may not be doing anything too serious, right? He's okay.
Yeah, he was at practice today. That's a good sign. Like I said, I think, remember, he was close last week. He was a game time decision. It wasn't like they ruled him out early. So I feel pretty good Lad's going to go this week. And I think if he does against the Bucks, you got to find a way to start him if you can.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. He's going to get a ton of targets. Definitely number one receiver there, and it's a great matchup. So hopefully that continues. Lad looking good. And Kenneth Walker, obviously some concern there. I mean, I don't really know if this is good because again, it would just be nice if it was like, yeah, he's out, no Walker, just play Zach Charbonnet every game the rest of the way, but that's not the case. So he is now being listed as day to day. So does it sound like he is on his way to playing?
I think this week is probably up in the air, but it sounds like he'll probably be back next week, which is frustrating because it probably means you can't really start either of these guys with confidence. Especially if he misses this week and Charbonnet looks good again. And I still have to wonder like how healthy is he really, even if he plays. So yeah, it would just be better if he was out, honestly, because then it's like, okay, you're not playing him. And if you have Charbonnet, you're playing him, right? It's just very cut and dry, but
Right.
Yeah, we'll see as the week progresses. He didn't practice today, but remember, don't freak out about guys who didn't practice today. It's only Wednesday.
Right. It's definitely too early to make a decision here. That's why a lot of the sharp and eight questions we got yesterday, it's like, can't really say for sure. Because if Walker comes back, that throws a huge wrench in it. So again, kind of secretly pulling for Kenneth Walker not to play, but sounds like it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's possible for Brees Hall. Not sounding good for him. What, he's not making progress or what?
Yeah, so I think the exact quote was something to the effect of like struggling a bit and not progressing the way he'd like. But and then also the coach did throw in like the old, not ready to shut him down yet talk, which means it's like a consideration.
Yeah, yet.
Even if somehow Brees plays this week, there is no way. I don't care that he was your top 5 pick. I don't care. I don't care. Like, no way is he 100%. Yeah, no way you could start him. No way.
Yeah, it almost doesn't matter for this week. Like you said, you shouldn't be starting Brees Hall. Maybe for Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis, but hopefully you don't need to start one of those guys either. So take that for what it's worth. But we'll definitely monitor what's going on with Brees. And then good news for Sincere McCormick. Antonio Pierce has given him the vote of confidence. He is definitely the starter and more touches going forward. I mean, he was already pretty much the only running back who got touches last week. We saw this last year with Pierce, and Zamir White had a nice little stretch for a couple of games. I mean, I don't think anybody in that Raiders offense, especially if Desmond Ridder at quarterback this week, is going to be a league winner. But I don't know. You feel like Sincere is going to get even more touches?
Maybe. I don't even know if getting the vote of confidence from Antonio Pierce is a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest, at this point.
Right.
But yeah, he's probably going to get all the touches here. I will say one thing about the Falcons. I know you look, it's Falcons. They're bad. Yeah, they're bad. They're a bad defense. But like you said, it's the Raiders. It's probably going to be Desmond Ridder. And the Falcons are much worse against the pass than the run. So I think Sincere McCormick is fine if you're desperate. But I think people are getting a little carried away with him.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, I'm a fan, but I'm not starting him over any of my running backs I would normally start because the touchdown upside, it just isn't there. So don't get carried away. Don't get carried away. No, for sure. And definitely not going to get carried away with the Giants offense in any way. But we do have a switch here. We need to report it. This is news. We talk about every starting quarterback on the quarterback start sit videos. And so you're going to see just assumed it's Drew Lock because they said it was going to be Drew Lock, and now it's not Drew Lock. Tommy DeVito is back, possibly with a vengeance. Probably not. This really doesn't matter at all, does it?
No, it doesn't matter at all. Tommy DeVito, Drew. I mean, really, like people thought Drew Lock would be an upgrade. People thought Tommy DeVito would be an upgrade over Daniel Jones. People thought Drew Lock would be an upgrade over Tommy DeVito. They're just all terrible. They're just all terrible. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is just making their way towards a very nice draft pick and selecting their quarterback of the future. Which is interesting because it sounds like the Raiders, the whole Deion Sanders is basically come out and saying he's doing like the LeVar Ball, right? It's like it will happen. You will draft my son. Like this is what he's saying, and I wouldn't be shocked if it does happen. So then the Giants are probably looking at maybe Cam Ward, which I've been saying selfishly as a Hurricanes fan and a Cam Ward stan, would really prefer him to go to a different franchise, but we'll see what happens. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yes. And then really, if you go on social media, which I highly recommend you don't, but I do just to make sure that we don't miss any bits of news for NFL. Everyone is talking about Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, yes. No, he's not coaching in the NFL. He's going to coach. I think it's done. Is this a done deal? He's coaching at UNC. Is this a good idea?
I think why not? Why not for Bill Belichick? I think I'm just more surprised that no NFL teams, especially the NFL teams that don't have a head coach currently, or only have an interim head coach, I guess, didn't reach out and say like, hey, before you choose UNC, are you still interested in the NFL? But apparently not, or maybe he just wants to go, a little less stressful, go to UNC. But I think, I mean, I'm shocked. I'm surprised that he went the college route, but I don't know. They say the college game is becoming more and more like the pro game. So,
Well, it is. You basically have free agency, right? With the transfer portal and the NIL. I mean, your recruiting is kind of like signing a guy, as more so than your typical recruiting. So it's more of a business. Man, well, I'll just say this: he went to college because he couldn't basically get a job in the NFL. Apparently, last offseason, the only team that had a vacancy that even wanted to interview him was the Falcons, and they went with Raheem Morris instead. So I don't know. I think that, to me, that's a red flag that a guy who's had so much success in the NFL, no NFL teams really wanted him. I wonder if they think the game has passed him by. I mean, he was let go by the Patriots for a reason, right? He could have just stayed there forever. So, I mean, I know college is different, but we've seen this before, right? Successful at one level doesn't mean you're successful at the other level. So I think it can make UNC better, but I don't see them winning any national championships anytime soon. So, but hey, if he's happy, I'm happy for him. All right. You got questions. So
yes,
we're going to get to the questions because, again, man, week 15 almost already here. Crazy. And in that game, it's going to be the Niners and the Rams. That's a big game for playoff implications, and a lot of fantasy players probably going to be on fantasy playoff rosters. Is one of them Brock Purdy? Could be. Well, even if he's not, he should be on your NFL Pick'em roster, an Underdog. You take this pick. If you are new to Underdog, you sign up for the very first time. It's free. It's Brock Purdy just getting 1 yard. Yep. Go higher on 0.5 total yards, Brock Purdy on Thursday night. And you win that pick, almost guaranteed, just needs 1 yard. You get that if you sign up for the first time. You also get up to $1,000 of bonus cash up on your initial deposit if you use code ENDGAME when you sign up. So again, if you're waiting or wondering, should I try Underdog? The answer is yes. Because you get the free pick, you get some free cash for your first deposit. And then you'll see just how fun it is to play an Underdog and do pick'ems. And they also have NBA, NHL, every single sport you could possibly imagine, esports, if that's your thing. Whatever you want, they've got it. So check out Underdog. And we always give you some advice as well in our videos of some of our favorite picks that we take. And before we get to your questions on here, don't forget you can ask questions on DraftLane. Every day we answer them. You can just download this app for free from the App Store or Google Play Store, and then use any of the features to ask start, sit, waiver wire, maybe still trade questions. And again, you can do it if it's a dynasty question in the offseason, best ball, anything, whatever you got. What should your league's punishment be for last place? Yeah, we'll answer that, sure. As long as it's fantasy football related. So download DraftLane, and we will answer your questions promptly. Which reminds me, we did, was it last year? I think it must have been last year, maybe the year, but maybe every year we get questions. Somebody did ask us, right? Somebody reached out and asked, like, what we're trying to think of a really good, consequence for the last place team or some sort of a trophy. And right, you remember, was that on the Discord or where was that? We got asked that.
probably on a stream here. Yeah,
Maybe it was a stream.
Just as long as it's not something life altering.
Yeah, we're not fans of tattoos and things like that. I mean,
like, don't make last place get a face tattoo. That's ridiculous.
No. Public humiliation, fine, as long as it's not permanent. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying that's like into that. I don't think I've ever played in a league that had one of those penalties or anything. Have you?
No, I never have, and I don't think. I mean, if it's like something minor, sure.
Yeah, But yeah, don't like get off on that kind of thing. I think it's better to use the winnings towards something good than to, harp on the bad and the negative. I mean, I get it. If it's on fun and it's with friends, I'm not against it, but that's not like something that motivates me. But I will say I am for keeping guys invested until the end of the season, right? You don't want people like, well, I'm not going to win. I'm not going to make the playoffs. Forget it. I'm going to drop my players. I'm not going to set my lineups. You don't want that either. So I get having something, right, for the last to avoid last place.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what you're still playing for. Some of you just to avoid last place. We had some of those questions. But I think most of the people on here, you want to win it all and you're going to win it all. So let's start with this must be an easy one because it's low-hanging fruit.
All right.
Which two? London, Terry, Higgins, DJ Moore.
Terry and Higgins are the two.
Easy
for me.
I feel like we just talked about those two guys. It's weird. Because we did. You guys will find out tomorrow, right? Tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow.
Other John.
What's up, Other John?
PPR, but only half for running backs. Okay. Mooney, Pacheco.
I think in this format, you got to go Mooney. I mean, that's an extra half point per catch for Mooney. I think you got to go Mooney.
Yeah, go Mooney here. Baker or Tua? I know this one.
Tua. Start Tua this week.
Definitely go Tua. The Crooked Samaritan. We sit one. Mooney, Devontae Adams, Thielen, or AJ Brown.
I'm sitting Mooney here, but I do have to ask a question that nobody probably wants to ask, but I think needs to be asked. Are we in any way nervous about Jalen Coker being back for Adam Thielen?
Wow. I didn't see that coming. No, because he's besides the fact he's not necessarily going to be out there 100% of the snaps or close, it's a different role, right? Thielen's just embedded in the slot, and I don't see Coker taking that many targets. So, no.
All right.
I'm sitting Mooney.
Yeah, I'm sitting Mooney.
All right. Joshua Shields, would you suggest to start between Brock Purdy or Tua?
Tua. Gonna say yes to Tua a lot this week. I hope Tua comes through for everybody.
He's been coming through. Yeah. Brock obviously coming off a big game against that Rams defense that doesn't look very good, but yeah, man, Houston's defense I think is worse as far as the pass defense. J 1364, starting Russ, Monty, JT, Higgins, Judy, Ferg, Thielen. On the bench is Love, Garendo, Taylor, Pickens, Debo, Hawkinson, and it is a must-win.
Must win for almost everybody this week.
Yeah.
If you're in a matchup of any kind of consequence, it's a must-win. Russ, Monty, JT, Higgins, Judy, Ferguson, Thielen on the bench, Love, Garendo. Oh, man. Do I go Love? I think I might go Love over Russ this week.
Yeah. Russ, you got to knock Russ. Already down because no Pickens, and then against the Eagles on the road, he's going to be one of my least favorite quarterback options. So,
yeah. Go Love over Russ, and I'm also debating Hawk over Ferguson. I know Ferguson has another great matchup, but
yeah,
we saw quite a bit of Schoonmaker last week for reasons unknown. I might go Hawk over Ferg, but I think everything else is good.
Yeah, exactly, and that's sometimes an issue. A guy misses a couple of games and his backup looks pretty good, like does the same thing. You're like, okay, he didn't take his job or anything, but Schoonmaker getting as many targets as Ferguson, that could happen going forward. So let's go Hawkinson. Thomas needs two between Sincere McCormick, Patrick Taylor, Tank Bigsby, Pop, Josh Palmer.
Assuming Ladd plays, I'm not going to start Palmer, even against the Bucs. So I think I'm going to go the first two. If Garendo plays, I don't know, maybe I'll just go Bigsby, McCormick, and Bigsby. So right now I'm going to go the first two. If somehow Garendo plays and they're like, yeah, no, he's playing, he's going to play, he's going to get the ball, then I'll go McCormick and Bigsby.
Yeah, but if I hear something about Garendo playing and getting touches, whatever, it has to be from somebody other than just Kyle Shanahan. Because if he says it, it means absolutely nothing to me. But then who else would say it, right? Like who else would know?
Who else is gonna say it? I mean, I don't think Garendo's even going to be active, so I don't think you're going to have to worry about it. But if somehow he is, then I mean, I just couldn't. I mean, like all these guys are risky. This is not the needing two of these guys is not where you want to be, Thomas. No offense.
No.
But you're here. Somehow you're here, so we got to deal with it. We got to do the best we can. I would just be too nervous. Like if Garendo is active and I'm like, I don't think Garendo is going to really get the ball, and I put Patrick Taylor in, and then Garendo is the workhorse running back, I'm like, that's it. You just see you in 2025. Enjoy your 1 point that Patrick Taylor gets you. You know what I mean? Just too risky.
Well,
so right now, yeah.
I get that, definitely.
Yeah, so Sincere number one for sure. And then it's between Taylor and Bigsby, I guess, for me, based on what happens with Garendo tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Again, it would be surprising if Garendo plays, but you never know. Big Man Fishing, what's up? This is an 8-teamer. Let's see, QB JD. That's nice. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. Monty, B-Rob, Irving, Garendo, Connor, Terry Jennings, Harrison, Judy, Myers, Thielen, Metcalf. This is the problem with these 8-teamers. Got McBride in Baltimore. Very nice. Okay, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and the flex.
I'm going Monty and B-Rob at running back. Terry and Jennings at wide receiver. Probably go Thielen at flex in PPR.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Bucky, too risky. Garendo, too risky. Connor's fine. I would have said Myers if not for the possibility of Desmond Ridder. So let's flex Thielen. And yes, that means we're officially going Adam Thielen over DK Metcalf.
Yep.
Fantasy football is pain.
Yes, it
right
is.
On cue. 10-teamer, half PPR, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, and 1 flex. HN Gibbs, K9, Garendo, Sun God, AJB, Nico Flowers, Thielen, Downs, and then either Hawk or Ottman tight end.
I'm going to go Hawk at tight end, HN Gibbs at running back, Sun God, AJ Brown, Nico, and then I'm going to flex Thielen. Flex Thielen again.
There you go. Yeah, this one's a little bit easier because you don't really have to even think about K9 or Garendo with those 2 running backs.
No, don't even risk it with them.
All right, Pedro, how you been? Pedro Navarez. This is non-PPR. Well, so first, Goff or Herbert.
Oh man, it's actually tough this week because Herbert didn't practice today. He's dealing with whatever. I don't know if it's ankle or knee from that tackle. But he gets a good matchup against the Bucs.
Yeah, I'll say it wasn't just last week without Ladd. I mean, that hurt them, but even before that, I don't know. I feel like Herbert's ceiling has lowered. They're not throwing the ball quite as much. Their offense really doesn't look as good without J.K. Dobbins. I mean, just overall. If Herbert's banged up, Ladd's banged up, I'm passing on Herbert if I can this week. even though I don't love Goff.
Yeah, I don't love Goff. I know people are going to look at what Stafford did to this defense last week and ignore what this defense did the previous 13 games. But this game is projected to be the highest scoring. My worry with Goff always, especially when they're facing a run defense like the Bills, which has not been good, is that like Monty and Gibbs score 4 touchdowns combined. And Goff just, gets you like yardage, but no touchdowns. But at the same time, I don't feel great about Herbert. So let's just go Goff.
Yeah, I'm going to go Goff here. So this says, I guess this one is PPR, right? 10-team PPR. Stevenson or Ridley?
I think you got to go Ridley here.
Yeah,
against the Bengals.
It's just too good of a matchup. The Bengals defense is still bad. And the target share.
I apologize now for Ridley busting this week.
You bear no responsibility. Will Levis does. 10-team PPR also Burrow or Jaden Daniels. How do you choose?
That's tough, but I just don't see how you can bench Joe Burrow right now. I mean, like honestly, in almost any other year, except for 2024, which might be the weirdest football season I can ever remember, the Bengals would be like one of the best teams, and Joe Burrow would be like head and shoulders the MVP frontrunner right now. Like Joe Burrow, last 5 games, 369, 309, 356, 428. Actually, you go last 5 games, 251. But look at that 3, 3, 3, 4, and 5 touchdowns. Guy leads the league in yards, touchdowns, only has 6 interceptions. How are the Bengals so bad? Like, I don't ever remember like a QB this good with a defense this bad. Yeah, you as much as I like JD this week, how do you bench Burrow? He's got ridiculous upside.
Yeah, you can't. You got to go Burrow here. I need 2 flex. Did we talk about all 3 of these guys? No. Okay, we talked about 2 of them.
Jennings, but I'm not benching Jennings in PPR. I'm going Terry and Jennings in PPR.
Yeah, for those who maybe don't know what I'm talking about, we record the Booms video here and talk about our favorite high upside players. Yeah, Terry McLaurin, Aaron Jones, Juwan Jennings. But yeah, if it's PPR, I think you got to go both those receivers. So Terry Jennings. So Pedro, we're going Goff, Ridley, Burrow, Terry Jennings. Cody. 8-teamer has Burrow, Achane, Kyron, Sungod, Puka, Kelsey, Evans, Keenan, the Boz, Commanders defense, and then the bench. Slightly nervous about Sungod and Evans, but
I mean, what are you gonna? I mean, you're nervous. I'm sure you're nervous about DK. I'm sure you're nervous about Brees.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to change it here. I mean, you could say, okay, if Bucky is out, Rashad White gets you the floor over Evans, but I'm still not doing that.
Yeah.
And then this 12-teamer, Lamar, Monty, Pollard, Scary Terry, Thielen, McBride, Myers, Falcons defense, Tyler Bass. The bench. No, I don't think so.
Probably not. Again, Debo.
Unless you want to buy into the Debo narrative and put him over Myers, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But man, let's just hope Debo doesn't. I really just don't want Debo to go off tomorrow.
No, neither do I. G. Okay, he's still struggling because again, the problem here is too many good players. Kyron did have a big game against the Niners. Start him over Brown, even if Puka and Kupp are back.
I mean, that's fine. Like the 49ers do not have a good run defense. I mean, it's not like you're choosing between Kyron. Like, it's not like you're like, oh, I'm starting Kyron over, Saquon Barkley. It's like, it's Kyron. He's great. So sure, you want to go Kyron over Brown? I'm fine with it. Go for it.
Well, I'm not benching Chase Brown. Honestly, I think he's pretty much at that level now between the receptions, the touchdowns, everything. I'm not benching Chase Brown. I think I've got him over Kyron. I I might put Kyron over Gibbs if you're worried that Gibbs seeds, touchdowns to Monty or something. But yeah, I'm starting Chase Brown, no questions asked. Austin Lindquist. Would you change anything here? Hurts, Gibbs, Chase Brown. Nice. Garrett Wilson and Shakir, Ferguson, Connor at the flex, Scott Moore, McCormick, Kincaid, and Herbert.
Probably not. Probably leaving what you have.
I'm dropping Kincaid just out of spite. I mean, you're not starting him, are you?
No. You're never going to start Kincaid.
Yeah, just drop him and stash another something, another receiver. But no, I think you're good. You're good at starting lineup. Good evening, as always, to Sir Boomer, especially to Lad McConkey, your boy. That's right.
Yeah, told you. He's going to play this week. You're good. You're good.
All right, now Boomer does want to know, though, which defense will let him down this week. Got a few decent choices. KC, Atlanta, Washington, Cincinnati. Yeah, Lattimore. Do you think he's playing?
Yeah. Sounds like Lattimore's playing. I think you got to go Washington here. They're not going to announce the starting QB till Friday, but their choices are Spencer Rattler or Jay Kaner.
Right.
So, bad or bad? Those are their choices. Let's go Washington.
Go Washington. Let's hope this week breaks the curse, the Boomer streaming defense curse.
Yes.
We says in playoffs, quarterback, running back, 2 receivers, 1 flex. B-Rob, Monty, Connor, Myers, Neighbors, Higgins, BTJ, or Waddle.
Let's see. 1 running back. I think you got to play Monty. As much as I like Brian Robinson, Monty against the Bills, that run defense is so bad. I think you got to go Monty. 2 wide receivers. I'm going to go Higgins. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably going to flex Brian Robinson. Man, I wish Myers had Aiden O'Connell. I wish Neighbors had anybody else. Except for Spencer Rattler or Jay Kaner.
Right.
I don't know. I might go Higgins BTJ here. Higgins BTJ, and then Monty and B-Rob.
Yeah. I'm not going to trust Waddle despite the good matchup because that target share could drop again. I mean, BTJ did get targets, even with Mac Jones. So there you go. And then Knicks or Jameis?
I think I got to go Knicks this week. I think I just feel a little bit better about him against the Colts. A little safer than Jameis. Go Knicks.
Yeah, I like Knicks. I think Winston will be a little better than last week, but not great. Knicks could have a nice game. Very nice game against the Colts. All right, now Gabriel, good evening also. Missed out on the bye by 3 points because of Jamar Chase going ham. But that's all right. That's right. You're gonna run the table.
Exactly.
So let's set the winning lineup for this week. 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. Got Chase Brown, B-Rob, JJ, and Puka. That's pretty good. Okay, James Cook at the flex. This is interesting because on the bench we have Higgins, Juwan Jennings, Tracy. He likes Cook versus the Lions defense. I do not.
I do not like Cook versus the Lions defense. If it's me, I'm going Jennings here.
Jennings, Higgins, like them both a lot. Picking one is going to be tough. I'll tell you, Gabriel, it's either one of those over Cook for sure. But I feel like this could be a big Higgins game, but I know Jennings is, unless Debo whines enough that he gets all the targets, I think Jennings is the smarter move here. So let's go Jennings. Moises also, sorry, I went back too far. He says he got outbid on Zach Ertz, so we need a tight end here. Otten or one of those guys on waivers.
Nah, probably just roll on. Just roll on.
Yeah. And then Boomer wants to complain about his underdog drafts. We have an underdog channel on the Discord. We do. So you can get on the Discord if you're not there yet. Unforgiven. 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 2 flex. Jefferson, Jennings, Evans, Jameson, Saquon, Jacobs, Mixon, Hubbard, Dowdle. Jeez, the Niners. Thielen, clinching my non-PPR for buy. What that means.
All right. Not sure what that means, but okay. 2 wide receivers will be Jefferson and Jennings. 2 running backs will be, Saquon and Jacobs. I mean, you got to flex Mixon. And then this is the... Can I go Chuba over Evans? That's the big question here. Can I go Chuba over Evans in PPR?
It's exactly the dilemma. I mean, Evans was just no doubt set and forget, right? And then now, I know, like, okay, today I think he missed practice again, right? But you're like, okay, it's a veteran rest day and whatever. But now I'm like, maybe he's not okay. Maybe he's just banged up still and doesn't want to let it on.
I mean, maybe he could be, but I mean, let's not forget, just 2 weeks ago, he had 118 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I might reserve judgment on him until Friday, and we'll see if he gets full practice in. But if he's out again one more time this week, or if he's limited, then I'm going to start to worry a little bit.
Yeah, I will say the thing about Chuba is I think Chuba gives you a much higher floor than Evans.
Right.
So I might just go Chuba over Evans.
Yeah. That's the thing. This is tough. I might go Chuba anyways. I like Chuba a lot. He's getting, I mentioned this coincidentally on the Booms video. Just tell you all our picks right now. He had 30 touches last week. Jonathan Brooks is gone. Dallas run defense is bad. I mean, this should be a smash spot for Chuba. So let's just do it. Okay. Jefferson, Jennings, Saquon, Jacobs, Mixon, Hubbard.
Yeah, you got 4 great running backs, though. So,
yeah. All right. Samantha Pfluger. Thank you, Samantha. This is a 10-team PPR. She's 4th. Needs a win to clinch. Ooh. All right. Purdy, Nico Sutton, Dowdle, Mondre, McBride, Jennings, Denver kicker, Washington defense. That's good. Got Nick Odunze, Patrick Taylor, Swift, and Westbrook Akine.
Nah, you're good. I think I still go Purdy over Knicks. I do like Knicks, but she's saying primarily at QB. I think Purdy has more upside than Knicks in that 49ers offense. So I'm going, and I mean, you're pretty stacked here, so you should be feeling pretty good. But it's a 10-teamer, so your opponent might be stacked too. So,
right, exactly. Well, not that I'm changing anything in this lineup, but my concern is that we're looking at Rico Dowdle and Ramondre Stevenson when you're going against teams that have Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley and Chase Brown. So I do like Rico Dowdle this week. I know you got to like him against the Panthers, so that's good. Yeah, no changes. I mentioned Knicks as a good waiver wire pickup and streamer. He is one of my favorites. Brock Purdy is one of those quarterbacks, again, like Tua, and like you said this, outside of the, I think, 5 must-start quarterbacks, right? Your Jalen Hurts, Lamar, Josh Allen, whatever. Tua is right there. Like, he's the next one. If you have Tua, you start him. Yes. I didn't talk about Brock Purdy because he's like 85% owned, right? He's not a waiver wire pickup in most leagues. You have him, so that's your option here. So if I have Purdy, I would still start him over Knicks as well. This Rams defense obviously just got shredded by Josh Allen, whatever, but they've been shredded by other teams too. That's not the first one. 6th most fantasy points allowed to quarterbacks this year. So this is a regular thing for the Rams. So let's go Purdy. And then Don, how's it going? All right, let's see. Pick one receiver. How do you pick between Tyreek Hill, Terry McLaurin, and Cortland Sutton?
Well, I think I'm going Tyreek Hill, even though these guys are all, spoiler alert, they're all on the Booms video. I just think Tyreek Hill has a level of upside that Terry and Sutton don't. And I think this might be the week we finally see it this year because, I mean, you ask what my thoughts are on Tua. Yeah, he's also on the Booms. That's my thoughts on Tua. Like, he's playing fantastic. The Houston secondary is terrible. Jalen Petre is out for the year. They're starting safety, who has been great this season. I really think we could finally see, maybe too late, probably too late for a lot of teams, but not for yours, Don, thankfully. I think we could finally see Tyreek Hill go nuclear this week. I just think he has a potential to be the wide receiver one this week. So I'm going to go Tyreek.
Yeah, finally, right? I mean, Tua's been putting up 300-yard games every week consistently, and now he could take it to the next level. So got to go Tyreek Hill, I think. And if you have to, start him, basically. Thomas needs two of these: McCormick, Isaiah Davis, Patrick Taylor, Jerome Ford, or perhaps Keyshawn Butte.
Well, right now I'm going to say McCormick and Patrick Taylor again, like we did with that earlier. This is the same question. This is Thomas again. This is Thomas. You're back with the same.
Mixing it up. Got throwing Butte and Ford in there.
Yeah, I'm not starting Butte. I'm not starting Ford. I will say this: if Garendo plays tomorrow and Brees doesn't, which sounds likely, then sure, go Isaiah Davis.
Yeah, be prepared to pivot, but I'd put Taylor in there with McCormick as well. Edgar Padilla. Josh Allen single-handedly got him in. That's a good feeling.
Yeah.
2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Got both Brees and Braylon, Aaron Jones, Pacheco, Etienne, Vidal, London Neighbors, Pickens, Debo, Flowers. And this is standard.
All right. 2 wide receivers, 2 running back. Oh, man. I'm just going to go Aaron Jones and Pacheco at running back. London, I guess. Man, Pickens being out really hurts because he's like the perfect kind of wide receiver for non-PPR.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I do not want to start Neighbors in non-PPR. No way.
I mean, I'm considering you roll a dice on Debo here.
I might just roll the dice on Debo, London Debo, and honestly, I might just flex Braylon Allen.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I'm looking at this. Okay, I don't want to deal with the Brees Braylon situation. Don't think Brees is good to go. Probably won't play. And if not, okay, Braylon Allen still sharing time with Isaiah Davis. So look, for 2 running backs, I'm going to go Aaron Jones and Pacheco. Also, receiver, I'd go London and Flowers. I think Flowers still has touchdown, big play upside, and then might just risk Debo at the flex. Yeah. If you don't feel Debo, which is fine, you can try Braylon Allen, but that's, again, hoping that Brees Hall doesn't play, which doesn't sound good. Vinny, what's up? Needs 1 receiver and a flex. Shakir, Garrett, Quentin, Walker if he plays. Thank you.
I'm just going to go Shakir and Garrett Wilson. Even if Kenneth Walker plays, I'd have a very hard time putting him in my lineup this week. You got to think he's far less than 100%. Yeah, not doing it. Shakir and Garrett Wilson should be just fine for you this week.
Yeah, exactly. Don't sweat it with Walker. Just go the first 2. And happy holidays to you too. Cody Greenwood now in the toilet bowl. Okay. With Evans missing practice, more nervous. Yeah, we just talked about that. Patrick Taylor, Jalen McMillan. Don't go there.
I mean, I get being nervous, but I'm not. There is no way. Again, 2 weeks ago when they played the Panthers, I don't think Evans really practiced that week. And then he went out there and had 118 yards and a touchdown. Like, I'm not going to put Jalen McMillan in and watch Evans score twice on my bench. I mean, it's the toilet bowl, so honestly, do whatever you want. Like,
right. Don't sweat
do you
it.
even set your lineups if you're in the toilet? Like, why do we even do toilet bowls? Like, how come? Okay,
invested.
Come on. I don't even check my teams once they're eliminated. I don't even check them.
I set my lineup just so I field a full lineup. That's what I do.
I don't even do that.
Takes 5 seconds.
I'm
a little nervous about Mike Evans too, but not assuming he's going to miss this week. So just keep Evans there for now. And look, if McMillan's available and Evans is out, you pick up McMillan. There you go. Legend. Got the bye. This is interesting. Waivers are locked for the playoffs. How do you feel about that in general? Because
no, come on.
I don't like it.
Like who is like, yeah, like what happened in a league where a commissioner's like, that's it, I'm never allowing somebody to pick up players in the playoffs ever again. Like, what? Grab Freiermuth. But that's ridiculous. Because what if you lose your starting running back and you can't go pick somebody up off the waivers? You're like, nope, too bad.
It doesn't make sense because it's like, well, no, you should have to stick with the players that you already have. You can't use players, just that you just picked up to win in the playoffs. Well, what'd you do all season? You just kept with the team that you drafted? Like, no, I use the waiver wire. Of course you use the waiver wire. You trade, you do all those things. It's fantasy football. Players get hurt every single week. So why would you all of a sudden start like, no, now you can't pick up players because that might help you in the playoffs.
Like, you know what I think it is? Maybe the commissioner's worried like the last place team will drop somebody really good. But if you're a good commissioner, you just reverse it and put that player back on the last place team and say, no, no, I'm not allowing this.
Yeah, no, what you could do, which I think is fine, is you freeze the rosters for the non-playoff teams. Like, okay, guys, you have no reason to make a move. Fine.
But I don't even know, do sites let you do that?
Yeah, you can. I mean, I don't know, not every site, but most of them, you can just lock a roster. You can say, okay, you can't do anything. It doesn't take that long. Anyways, that's dumb, but that's not your fault if you're not the commissioner. If you are the commissioner, then it is your fault. Get Freiermuth for sure. Stick with Broncos D. I'm not going to tell you because I'm going to say wait for the video that's coming out in a couple days. But
I would pick up a second defense. I would definitely try to like have two defenses. I mean, because you're not going to be able to pick up a defense during the playoffs.
Well, yeah.
So I would try to pick up a second defense and play it like get it. So it's like, okay, in week 15 I'm playing this defense, in week 16 I'm playing this one, and in week 17 I'm playing this one because you don't have a choice. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could do that. But the thing is, it depends who you're dropping or who you have. The thing is with the defense, the Broncos defense, the whole team defense isn't going to get hurt. So you can play them the rest of the season. But what if you're like, okay, I'm going to drop my fifth running back and two of your running backs get hurt. And then now you're screwed because you can't pick up a running back. So you know what I mean? Like that roster spot becomes more valuable since he can't do anything for the rest of the season.
Well, that is true. But what happens if you make it to week 17 and now you got to roll out the Broncos against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase?
It's not ideal, but they'll get you something, maybe.
Maybe they might get you negative.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it depends who else you got, Legend,
right.
who's on your bench. So that's still a dumb rule. Augustin Puente. No. Good evening. In the playoffs, good. Needs help. Okay, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, no flex, and a tight end. Got Saquon and Achane and B-Rob, Evans, Nico, Nakua, Terry, Ladd, Ferguson, and Hunter Henry.
Ooh, tight end one's going to be tough. Running back one is easy. You go Saquon, Achane. Wide receiver one is easy. You go Nico, Puka. Flex, not so easy, but I think I go Terry. Man, I mean, having a bench Evans, having a bench Ladd. But they are risky. They are riskier as far as like injury concerns, I guess. So let's just flex Terry.
Right.
I think I still got to go Ferguson at tight end over Henry, but I think that decision is actually closer than it should be.
Yeah. Yeah, good with all that. Again, Mike Evans, Ladd McConkey, when you have those kind of receivers, you can just eliminate the risk. Someone asked a question today on DraftLane and the receivers. It was like Nico Collins, Puka Nacua, CeeDee Lamb, and who was the other one? It was some other receiver. I can't remember now. And I was like, and they're like, who do I start? And I was like, I don't know. But Tyreek Hill. It was Tyreek Hill. I was like,
What
and
the
Tyreek Hill was
heck?
on the bench. I'm like, okay, just because maybe CeeDee Lamb in the shoulder, maybe he gets hurt, and you have to start Tyreek Hill. So I was like, I'll bench CeeDee Lamb just because maybe he gets hurt. Because that's when we knew this would happen, right? Playoff time, you're gonna have these decisions. You have too many good players. And what about Ravens or Commanders at defense?
This is tough. They're both in great spots this week, but I think I slightly go Commanders because I just feel like they're the better defense. Like the thing about the Ravens don't get a lot of sacks. They don't get a lot of turnovers. They're just not a great defense. So I'm going to go Commanders slightly over Ravens, but can't really go wrong with either.
Well, I will say digging in the research for defense. I mean, I think the Commanders do have more upside this week, but barely because the Ravens get Tommy DeVito and the Giants. But I like the Ravens better rest of season, so I'm fine just going Ravens and then set and forget. I think they're going to be one of the better defenses throughout the playoffs. Anthony Fusaro, 12 team PPR needs a flex. Debo, Amari, or Jalen Warren.
I'm just going to go Jalen Warren here. Tua's on fire. Oh, wait, no, I was thinking Jalen Waddle, sorry, because it was two wide receivers. Never mind. Scratch that. I'm going to go Debo here. I'm a Debo and hope squeaky wheel. Keon Coleman sounds like he's back. Dalton Kincaid sounds like he's back. I don't think I can trust Amari Cooper. I'm going to go Debo reluctantly.
Yeah, interesting. Also has Juwan Jennings. Also has Najee. So I definitely don't think you need to have two Steelers running backs. Wow, you have Jennings and Kittle. So that's pretty heavy.
Oh, I mean, do you want to be this all in on the 49ers? Although it's not a bad week to be all in on the 49ers, but oh man.
But again, at the end of the day, okay, who do you think is going to score more points, Debo or Amari? That's what it should come down to, right?
Debo, because I'm not ready to trust Amari yet.
Yeah. So let's just say Debo. And hope go Niners. Speaking of Jennings, Alam, Jennings or Evans?
Jennings.
And yeah, definitely Jennings. You can eliminate the risk with Evans. And speaking of Niners, David Bergeson, Garendo or JT?
Let's just go JT. Even if Grendo plays, I don't feel great about him.
Yeah. Feel great. Now, Desert Yeti is back. Jennings, Judy, or good, like a good neighbors?
Jennings.
Jennings again. Okay, Jonah Doucette needs 3. Cup, AJB, Amon Ra, or Addison? Yeah, we didn't discuss it today, but today, predictably, or maybe it was yesterday, right? Kellen Moore came out and said, "Oh yeah, we'll make sure that he gets more touches," or something like that.
I know. Can I really put it? I think you got to start Cup and Sun God. Like Cup and Amon Ra, I think you got to start.
Yeah.
It's can I really put Addison in over AJ Brown?
I mean, if you did the last 2-3 weeks, you came out way ahead. Like way ahead.
I don't know. I don't think I can. I don't think I can personally. Addison always has like single digit fantasy game risk.
I know. And trust me, I get that. And I feel like I've been too skeptical on Addison a lot because of that. But last week was last week, but 2 weeks before that had a huge game against the Bears.
Right.
Like, I know it's not necessarily gonna, have lightning strike twice, but at this point, I feel like, okay, I'm just ignoring what's going on in front of me if I'm sitting Addison and then AJ Brown starts. But as squeaky as the wheel is, do you feel like AJ Brown is due for a big game? Is he going to have one of those big games?
Well,
Because they get the Steelers.
yeah, I mean, it's not a great spot for AJ Brown. But man,
I get it. I understand exactly what you're thinking, but
because I mean, I know it's hard, like with Jordan Addison, but I mean, like if you look at his last, well, let's go 6 games. 5 for 42 against the Colts. He did score at least. 2 for 25 against the Jaguars. 3 for 61 against the Titans. Then he went nuts against the Bears. 8 for 162. 4 for 54 against the Cardinals. And then he, of course, went nuts last week against Falcons. I mean, he's so boom bust. And if he busts this week and AJ Brown booms, like, again, it goes back to the thing where, like, if I start Addison over AJ Brown and AJ Brown has a vintage AJ Brown game and Addison busts, do I just quit fantasy football? Because I'm like, what kind of idiot starts Jordan Addison over AJ Brown?
yeah, well,
I mean, this is a tough decision this week for sure. It's a tough decision this week.
It is. These days the way I view it is not how will I feel afterwards if this happens or that happens. Is did I make the best decision based on the facts that I could have, or did I make an irrational decision? Like I think the rational decision based on the numbers is to go with Addison. So I think that's what I would do.
All right. Well, we didn't really help you there, Jonah.
Well, to start cupping them on Raw.
Well, true.
All right, now on to Myresh Deodar. Purdy or Baker?
This is close for me this week. I think I'm going to go Purdy against the Rams.
Yeah, like Purdy enough. Again, that Rams defense not slowing down too many quarterbacks. And then start 2.5 from Lad, Bucky, DK, BTJ.
I think I'm just going to go Lad and BTJ, even in half PPR. I mean, maybe if Bucky still didn't practice today. It was only a walkthrough, but still didn't practice today. So I think I'm just going to go Lad, BTJ.
If he's good to go, you start Lad. That's your number one. Yeah, I'm ready to bench DK. I have him down as a flex option. Brian Thomas has just as much upside, but actually has more upside. Let's go Lad and BTJ. Nando's World. Nando is back. All right. Yeah, where you been? Murray or Purdy?
I think I just go Purdy here.
Yes. You can definitely find a reason not to play Kyler. Flex, Thielen, Garrett Wilson, or Jonathan Taylor?
Full PPR. I think I still got to go Garrett Wilson over Thielen. It's the Jags. They get the Jags.
Yeah. Well, as much as I like Thielen, it's a great spot for him this week. Garrett Wilson did get targeted, did have a big game against a tough defense, supposedly tough defense. Yeah. Let's go Garrett Wilson here. How about another Thielen question? Because we can't get enough. Rodney went from 1-6 to 7-7 and is in the postseason.
That's awesome.
So with this lineup, he's got Thielen. Would you start him over any of these guys? Hurts, Tracy's his RB2. I mean, I guess it would be either Puka or Garrett Wilson.
Nah, I'm not starting him over Puka. No way.
Wait, looks like he's flexing. He's got 2 tight ends. He must be flexing a tight end.
Yeah, I'm wondering if
McBride.
I'm wondering if I play him over Bowers.
Yeah, actually, I mean, if Desmond Ridder's the quarterback, yeah, I'd do that. McBride at tight end, and if Bowers doesn't need to start, put Thielen in there. Let's do that. Gus Bus. Hurts or Tua?
Here we go. We're going to get this question so much this week. I might just put like Hurts and Tua on the Saturday thumbnail. I still got to go Hurts. As much as I like Tua this week, I still got to go Hurts.
Yeah, we did talk about this to some extent yesterday. Again, Jalen Hurts is going to run in a touchdown. Like he just is, for at least one. You just don't sit Hurts. And then Bigsby, McCormick, or Patrick Taylor.
I'm going to go McCormick here.
Yeah, McCormick it is. Ryan Leal got the membership. All right, Ryan needs to sit either Higgins, Jennings, Jason, London. Jason, the Seahawks at home against the Packers. London, they're facing the Raiders.
It's between those two.
Yeah.
I think I just feel better about JSN these days. Like at least JSN has touchdown upside. Like even against the Raiders, I don't know if Kirk Cousins can throw a touchdown. So I'm going to sit London.
Yep, exactly. That's the difference here. London not scoring touchdowns. So Jets or Washington.
We got to go Washington.
All right. And then he also wants to know Baker, Winston, or Caleb.
I'm going to go Baker here.
Yeah, poor Jameis has a brutal schedule. Brutal. I wish I could say Caleb, but just, yeah, he showed us last week. You never know who's going to show up. Sammy, scraping the bottom of the barrel at tight end. I believe that's Stone Smart.
Yep.
Juwan Johnson or Mike Gesicki.
Oh, I don't think I want to play Stone Smart. I know I don't want to play Mike Gesicki. So I guess we'll just go with Juwan Johnson. I mean, he is kind of like the last man standing here, so I think he at least still will get you something.
Yeah, I mean, those are your choices, which clearly they are. Let's go Juwan Johnson. Cooler hand. London, Lamb, Higgins, Jennings, Addison, Flowers start 3.
I'm on Lamb, Higgins, Jennings. I don't feel like I can bench any of those guys, even if this is the big Addison week.
Yeah, I mean, I like all these receivers, so there's not a compelling reason to bench any except we said with London. Maybe the touchdown upside isn't there with Flowers. Maybe they don't need to pass the ball much this week, which they won't. But yeah, I would go Lamb, Higgins, Jennings over Addison. Sammy also needs a quarterback between Jameis or Tua. It's definitely
Tua.
Michael Marowitz, is Sharb in?
Charbonnet is in. Charbonnet is definitely playing this week. We don't know about Kenneth Walker yet, though.
Yeah, is he starting? We don't know. That's the question. So 3 receivers: Evans, Terry, CD, Judy, DJ.
You got to go Terry and CD. I did see something. Well, a couple things with Judy. Number one, it sounds like Tillman will be back. But number two, it sounds like Njoku may miss, which could be huge. We didn't talk about that in the beginning, but that would be huge for not only for the Browns, but for anybody who has David Njoku, and not in a good way, obviously. But then I also saw something where this is not a good spot for Judy this week. What was it? Yeah, he's been terrible against man. Or no, he's been terrible. What it was, it was press. He's been terrible against press, and the Chiefs are like one of the press heaviest teams. I mean, I don't. If Evans plays, I don't think I can bench him for Judy or DJ Moore. I'm going to go Evans, Terry, CD.
Yeah, my only dilemma here, as I like Terry and CD, is would I consider DJ Moore over Mike Evans? Risky. I think let's wait and see. Look again, if Evans is good, there's no concerns with injury, and he gets a full practice in this week, I'll go Evans. If I'm still a little worried, I might just go DJ. Sean of the South, pick 3 wide receivers, pick 2 running backs, and then flex 1. AJB, Jennings, Myers, JMO, Tillman, Coleman, Chuba, Cook, JT, flex any, or Nick Westbrook-Ikhine.
Yeah, Nick. Even if you told me Nick Westbrook-Ikhine was going to score this week again, I'm like, it's fine. I'll ignore him.
Guaranteed 8 points.
Yeah. 3 wide receivers are going to be Jennings, AJ Brown. Man, I really want to go Jacoby Myers here. I will say, if it sounds like maybe, because they're not ruling out Aiden O'Connell just yet. If if we get to Saturday, or and it sounds like Aiden O'Connell has a chance to play, I might just roll with Myers. I mean, I think even with Desmond Ridder, he should be okay against the Falcons. So I'm going to go AJ Brown, Jennings. I mean, we're talking about Jamison Williams, Cedric Tillman, and Keon Coleman here. I think I feel good enough about Myers either way.
Honestly. Yeah. The only one I consider is Jamison, and he's unpredictable as well. So let's do the first 3. I'm fine with that.
2 running backs will be Chuba and Jonathan Taylor, and then we have to flex. I'll probably just flex Jamison Williams. It's full PPR.
All right. There you go. Good luck, Sean. And then Julio, good evening. Stuck with AJB, D-Hop, Evans, and Dell. All right, not Dell. Pick 2.
Yeah, I just go AJB and Evans.
And then Andrews over Hawk.
Probably. That one's very close for me, but I think Andrews has more touchdown upside. So yeah, I'll go Andrews.
Right. I do prefer Andrews this week. And TY couldn't get the Commanders, got Chiefs, or also has the Dolphins and the Hawks. You have 3 defenses. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, Dolphins are okay this week, but I'll just go Chiefs. Fine.
Yeah, it's interesting. The Dolphins are one of those teams. I spent a lot of time today looking at defensive stats, team defensive stats, fantasy-wise. The Dolphins are good at limiting, points to receivers and quarterbacks and not giving up a lot, but they're not really good for fantasy. They don't get many sacks. They don't get interceptions. They're not a good actual fantasy defense. So I'm just forget the Dolphins, drop the Dolphins. Seahawks have been rolling defensively lately, but that's just because they got some pick 6s. I'm just going to go with the Chiefs. I mean, they get Jameis, right? He's good for a pick 6.
Yes.
Senor Rojo needs 2. Worthy, Westbrook-Ikhine, Dell, Keon Coleman, Braylon Allen, Cedric Tillman. 2.
I might go Worthy and Tillman here. I know we haven't seen Tillman in a while, but this is actually a good spot for Tillman this week. Njoku might be out. This would be a bump for him.
True.
I mean, I don't really want to start any of these guys, but I'm going to, in PPR, I'll go Worthy Tillman.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not crazy about any of these guys. I mean, I almost want to say maybe Braylon Allen if Breece Hall is out again. And then Tillman. But I guess Worthy gives you more upside, right?
Theoretically.
Potentially. Hypothetically. Okay. I think it did that weird thing. I feel like I got skipped with some super chats. So I'm kind of going backwards chronologically, but I think this is the next one. Did we do this one?
No.
Nemesis. Okay. So apologies, guys. It does this weird thing sometimes, but try to make sure we answer all the super chats. If you somehow get skipped, because we're still quite a bit behind, but we're going to catch up. If Guarendo's out, start Taylor.
I mean, yes, but you say your other running backs are Cook, Aaron Jones, and Bucky. I think I would just go James Cook and Aaron Jones.
Wait. Start Taylor. Sorry, Patrick Taylor, I'm guessing. That's Patrick
Yeah,
Taylor.
I'm guessing Patrick Taylor, not Jonathan Taylor.
Nah, I'm not going to start Patrick Taylor over those guys. I know I don't feel good about James Cook either, but I'm not putting Patrick Taylor over James Cook. So
right.
I think Jones is my favorite. Cook would probably be next.
Yeah.
Outside, upside. Needs one running back, one receiver, one flex. Cook, a Niner. Pacheco, Neighbors, Debo, Thielen, and then Darnold or Purdy.
I think you got to go Darnold over Purdy. One running back, James Cook. One wide receiver, Thielen. Flex. I mean, I might just flex. Like, if you want to flex Neighbors and get your 14, 15 points, fine. Take it. Just take your 14, 15 points and move on.
I mean, if you can get me 14, 15, that's fine. I'll take that over
That's what he gets you. That's what you get with Neighbors. You get like 60, 70 yards, and you get like 5 to 7 catches. That's what you get from Neighbors. That's what you get.
I mean, a running back, I'm almost wondering if I have Pacheco. I think I have Pacheco over Cook this week. I'd go Pacheco, Thielen, and Neighbors. That's probably what I would do. Sammy with another. Jacoby Keenan, Thielen. Who to sit?
If it's Desmond Ridder, I'll sit Jacoby.
Yeah.
If it's Aiden O'Connell, I'll sit Keenan. So if there's any doubt, like if it's like, well, if it's Sunday and we still aren't sure if it's going to be Desmond Ridder or Aiden O'Connell, then I'll probably just sit Jacoby and not risk it.
Right. True. He has a floor, but Thielen should definitely have a floor. I think Keenan, at the very least, will give you a floor too. Alan Wendling, choose two. JSN, Zay Flowers, Cortland Sutton.
I'm going JSN and Sutton. Like Zay, maybe this is the week Zay finally goes off again, but I mean, okay, like it's the Giants. I don't feel like this is a game where Baltimore is going to like throw the ball more than 25 times. So, yeah, I'm going to go JSN and Sutton.
Yep, JSN and Sutton it is. Chiludo, 88. Baker or Stafford?
I'm going to go Baker here. I know it's hard after Stafford coming off that huge game, but I don't feel great about Stafford this week. Sounds like Nick Bosa might play. That pass rush was already pretty good last week against the Bears, and now if Nick Bosa is back, I'm going to go Baker.
Yeah, I'll give the edge to Baker here. Sincere or Bigsby?
Sincere.
And then Broncos or Eagles for defense? Eagles get the Steelers. Broncos get the Colts.
Yeah, they're both good, but I think I'm going to go Eagles. I just feel better about them. Like I don't have to worry about Russ running in 2 touchdowns. The Steelers don't have any big play threats on that offense now. It's like they have to I have to string together 10, 15 play drives. So I think the Eagles are my preferred choice between the two.
I'll say this. This is always a standard disclaimer for DST. It depends on your scoring. If you get some sort of big bonus or if points against are more important than turnovers and sacks, I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think the Broncos have more potential to get, a pick or two from Anthony Richardson. So if you get bigger chunks of points from turnovers, I might go with the Broncos and sacks too, because the Broncos, I think, lead the league in sacks. So depends. Billy Joe wants to say thanks for helping me beat little brother. All right, you're welcome. It's always a good feeling.
Yes.
Judy or Keenan?
Oh man. I mean, I just got done talking about how it's a tough matchup for Judy, but it doesn't seem to matter. And Njoku might be out. I think I'll just go Judy here.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, Keenan clearly has a better matchup on paper. Judy almost doesn't matter, right? They keep having tough matchup. He's scoring every week. He's getting peppered with targets. So I'm gonna kind of throw that out the window here, even though I'm afraid Keenan might have another big game, but you never know. So let's just go Judy, especially if Njoku's out. And then Cook, Hubbard, or Charbonnet.
I think you got to go Chuba. You got to go Chuba. It's Cowboys.
Go Chuba. Even if Walker's out again, I'm going to go Chuba. Brado blends. Got Derrick Henry, Chuba. Needs a flex. This is non-PPR. Patrick Taylor or Charbonnet, I guess.
I mean,
but this is the problem. If you play Patrick Taylor, you got to play him tomorrow, and then you won't know if you should have played Charbonnet.
But here's why I probably just wait for Charbonnet, because let's say Garendo is out. I mean, what's a realistic stat line for like a good stat line for Patrick Taylor? Not like 80 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, and it's kind of mentioned this. He's not Garendo. He's not the same player. I don't see a 100-yard game, right? I don't see multiple touchdowns. So exactly. You wait.
Okay. But Charbonnet, if Kenneth Walker is out, could have like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Right.
I mean, we just saw it, right? We just saw it. So, okay, maybe if Walker plays, Charbonnet's good game is like 30 yards and a touchdown or something like that. But that's not a huge difference. So I'm just going to wait and hope Walker's out. And if he's not, I'll put Charbonnet in. Look, the last time they played together, Charbonnet scored. Charbonnet could still do something. So I'm going to just wait for Charbonnet.
Yeah, I think there's enough concern with Walker that you can hold out for Charbonnet. 410 Braxton, Stevenson or Bigsby?
Got to go Stevenson. It's a good spot for Stevenson this week too. Stevenson.
Yeah. Look, Bigsby did get, I think, 18 carries last week, but I really don't want to have to start running back or anybody in the Jaguars other than maybe BTJ. So let's go Stevenson. Derek Gonzalez, Stafford or Kyler? I feel like he asked this yesterday.
Yeah, I'm going Kyler. Still. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about Stafford.
I'm a little nervous about Stafford this week, but I'm always nervous with Kyler now. So I might just put Stafford and hope that it's a shootout. Pick one, Higgins, Shakir Thielen. Bench one, Higgins, Shakir Thielen. Bench one.
I like Shakir this week, but I think we got to bench him.
Right. R. Levis needs help. 2 flex. Metcalf, Cup, Higgins, Thielen, and Coleman. This is non-PPR.
I think you got to go Cup and Higgins.
Yeah, Coleman doesn't belong in this with this group. I don't care if he plays. Cup and Higgins. Deja entendu. Very good. JT, Addison, Thielen. 1.
I think I got.
These are the questions we love. Love. I know you're like all in on Thielen. You really want to start him everywhere, but Addison has been smashing. JT's JT. Is JT last in this group?
He might be, honestly. In PPR, he might be.
Yeah.
I think I'll just go Addison here. I just think he has more upside. Like, okay, Thielen, I think, has the highest floor, honestly, of all these guys.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
So if you don't want to risk it, maybe you're stacked, right? Maybe you have this like insanely stacked team with like, huge upside everywhere. And you're like, I want somebody who gives me a floor. Okay, go Thielen. But I think Addison has the most upside here. I'm going to go Addison.
There you go. It's all about the upside, especially this time of year. JMW85. Okay, needs a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. Murray or Nix?
Man, I'm gonna go Murray. I just think he has more upside than Nix. Nix has not been running lately. Like, he stopped running.
Yeah, this is true. It's kind of annoying that he hasn't been, but he's looked pretty good overall passing. How much has Kyler run lately? Honestly, I know he had that 1 touchdown 2 weeks ago, but overall, he's not carrying you with his legs. Yeah, I don't know. I have a good enough alternative. I'm going to go someone else. I'll go Knicks. I like Knicks this week anyways. 2 running backs, JT Hall, Tracy Sharp. We're saying no to Hall whether he plays or not.
Yeah, so it's JT for sure, and then it's either Tracy or Charbonnet based on Kenneth Walker. If Kenneth Walker's out, it's Charbonnet. If Kenneth Walker plays, it's Tracy.
There you go. And then Chase and T and Jason, DJ Moore and Waddle. So 2 receivers and a flex.
Well, I'm not flexing one of those running backs, so it's going to be Chase, T, and JSN for me.
There you go. All right. Good luck. And I do see one from O'Neill Patak. I don't see a question. We'll keep looking, O'Neill. Hang tight. If you did put a question separately, we'll post it. Rodney Woods. Got Goff, Barkley, and Henry. Nice. DJ Moore, Higgins, and Juwan, Janu, Njoku at the flex. You might want to get him out of there. Chase Brown, that's pretty nice. Jets. But here's the bench. MVS, Noah Gray, Tim Patrick, Caleb Williams, Romo Dunze, Devon Valet, and then the Vikings.
Yeah, you might have to take Njoku out. He's sounding very, very questionable for this week. If he's out, I probably just go Odunze.
Yeah. Yeah. Go Odunze. And then if Njoku's all good, I guess you can put him back in.
Yes.
Man, your 3 running backs alone could just carry your team.
I know, right?
Yeah. All right, Rodney, good luck. Actually, I'm sorry. I was going to ask you, you like the Jets? I know they get the Jaguars, or do you like the Vikings defense? Stick with the Jets?
Yeah, Vikings get
the Bears.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Vikings, but they just haven't had the upside they had earlier in the year. So, yeah, I'd probably just go Jets against Mac Jones. Nothing to be afraid. And it sounds like Sauce is playing again this week, so that's good.
Yeah. So this week I'll go Jets, but then after that you probably can just.
Well, I said no. They get Jags. Mac Jones. Yes.
Yeah. JK is 10-4. Very nice. 2-2 in a flex. JT, Aaron Jones, Tracy, Bucky, Garendo, Higgins, Jennings, Devontae Adams, AJB, and Judy.
All right, I'm going to go JT, Aaron Jones at running back. Higgins, Jennings at wide receiver. I did put Adams on the boom, but I don't think I could put Adams in over AJB. I don't think I can do it. Like, that is a decision I don't think I could live with.
Right.
Like, if I put Adams in over AJB and Adams busts and AJB goes off, you guys will never see me again.
Quit. Rage quit.
So I'm gonna go Higgins, Jennings, AJB.
You rage quit life. Yeah, I agree with all that. JT Jones, Higgins, Jennings. Yeah, I agree. It's like Devontae Adams should have a very good game, but I'd rather lose with AJB and then win with Devontae Adams. Does that sound bad? Ross Wong, how's it going, Ross? Love or Herbert?
I'll just, man. Because I don't really like, not really high on either of these guys this week. But it is Tampa Bay. It sounds like Ladd's going to play. I'll go Herbert. Barely.
Yeah, this is close. Not really feeling a tremendous amount of upside from either one. And I've been definitely down on Love, but I think I'm more down on Herbert, even though the matchup is better. I don't know. I might settle for Love this week, but this is a close one. What about the flex? Devontae, Sharbs, Keenan, Tillman, Vidal.
Charbonnet is clearly number one if Walker's out. If Walker somehow plays, then Keenan.
Yep, I'm good with that. Bizzleman in a must-win week, half. Got Herbert, got, let's see, 2 of Chase, Flowers, Metcalf, Juwan, Downs, Olave.
Yeah. I know Olave is eligible to come back this week, but it doesn't sound like he's going to. So Chase and Juwan.
Yeah, you think he's going to come back to try to catch passes from Spencer Rattler or Jake Haener? No. That's what got him in concussion protocol in the first place. Chase and Juwan, 2 running backs. Barkley is a maybe. Dowdle, B-Rob, Sharp, I think Braylon Allen and Gus.
Barkley for sure, obviously. And then I will say Charbonnet if Walker is out, otherwise Brian Robinson.
Kittle or Njoku.
Kittle,
and then flex.
But even if Njoku plays, Kittle.
Right.
All right, flex. I'm going to say, I think I'm going to go, it's half PPR. I'll say if I start Charbonnet because Walker is out, I'll flex Brian Robinson. If I start Brian Robinson because Walker plays, I'll flex Dowdle.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Instead of those risky receivers with Flowers and Metcalf, you got good running backs. Use them. Beast Mode Kane. An Izzy sighting. Izzy, Abanaconda, Debo, Patrick Taylor, or Charbonnet.
I mean, at this point, why not pick up Izzy? Because after Patrick Taylor gets hurt this week, he's going to be the last man standing.
Exactly.
But don't flex him. Don't flex him.
No.
Man, this is really tough because you have 3 49ers and Zach Charbonnet. So if you don't start one of those 49ers and Kenneth Walker plays, you're stuck with Charbonnet splitting with Kenneth Walker. But at the same time, like, I mean, I just want if Kenneth Walker is out, I want Charbonnet in my lineup.
Right. And I was gonna say, well, let's say, okay, you wait and you play Charbonnet and then Walker plays. Who can you pick up? You already have Abanaconda and Patrick Taylor. Like, there's probably nobody on your waiver wire, I'm guessing, if you already have these guys.
Right. Do we just go Debo here?
Yeah, actually, that's what I was thinking. Unless we hear something, I guess, more pessimistic about Kenneth Walker tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, you're
really
gonna be
would. I mean,
hating life if
no,
Charbonnet
I
goes for
never
150
wish
yards.
injury on anybody, of course. But I really wish the MRI came back like, oh, this isn't good. He's going to miss multiple weeks. Like, okay, fine. We just stick Charbonnet in our lineups and don't think about it. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
actually,
maybe just go Debo here.
Jim, I know you've heard us talk about this. Jim Leichman. Will we know about Kenneth Walker before the first window game Sunday? We should. It doesn't mean we will,
Right. We
but we
should.
won't know before Thursday.
No, we probably won't know before tomorrow.
That's the problem.
Yep.
All right. So what's the word? You think just go Debo?
Yeah, I think just go Debo.
All right. Good luck. Richard Anapolsky. One receiver, one flex. DK, Harrison, Flowers, Najee, JMO, Mooney. I think Kamara's playing.
Yeah, Kamara only missed with an illness today. I'm not worried about Kamara. But yes, if Kamara is out, start Najee over Kendrick. Well, actually, no. If Kamara is out, I would start Kendrick Miller over Najee. But I don't think Kamara's going to be out.
Yeah. So receiver.
Oh, man.
This is like the all boom bust squad.
I mean, how low are we? Are we this low on DK Metcalf that we're like?
This doesn't say if it's PPR or not. I guess we'll assume it's PPR. I mean, these guys really are all boom bust, except for Najee, who's fine, but it's the Eagles. I think we can cross him out, right?
Yeah, no, it's
not
between
J-Mo.
DK, Harrison, Flowers. It's really between all the wide receivers.
Yeah, and I have all the boom bust types. I don't think against the Bills secondary, I would trust JMO over Flowers or Harrison or DK. You agree with that?
Yeah, I don't think I can put these guys in over. I think I still have to go DK here. Did Metcalf practice today? Like there's a part I'm kind of hoping maybe we see DK get some full practices in this week and like not be on the injury report. That's what I'm hoping.
DK was a full participant.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Because he was
DK,
still, I mean, wasn't he questionable last week, even going into that game?
Yeah, I think he was. So what, DK and Harrison?
Yeah, I probably go DK and Harrison. I think, man, something tells me if DK Metcalf is not even on the injury report this week, everybody's going to regret benching him.
Oh, a good feel for DK. I'm not that confident, but in this group, I'll go DK and Harrison. Yeah. Dunning. Would you flex Wilson, D Hop, Juwan Jennings, Mooney, or Thielen?
I think you got to go Jennings. Even with the Debo squeaky wheel, even with, I know there's like the Debo owns the Rams narrative out there. Like he owns the Rams, I guess.
Owned. Past tense.
True. I think you got to go. I think you still got to go Jennings here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jennings. And then here's O'Neill. Got the question a couple times. All right. Thank you. Half PPR, Jennings, Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Keenan Allen, Chuba, Rashad White, Charbonnet, Patrick Taylor. We need 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex.
I'm going to go Jennings, Terry at wide receiver. And then Chuba and Charbonnet if Walker is out. Otherwise, I'll probably go Chuba and Rashad White. I think even if Bucky plays, I still feel okay about Rashad White. I don't think Bucky's 100%.
Right. Not sounding great for Bucky, but like you said, even if he plays, re-injury risk could be limited. So yeah, I'm not playing Patrick Taylor over any of those guys.
No, I'm debating flex between Drake London and Keenan. It's half PPR. Man. I don't know. I think I'm going London over Keenan personally.
Yeah, London has a very high floor still. So I mean, you never know. Maybe this week they do score a touchdown. Crazier things have happened. It's possible. So yeah. All right, there you go. Sean of the South. Pick 3 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex.
We did this one already. We said
Yeah, we did. Oh, you
we
know
said
what?
Chuba and JT with AJ Brown, Jennings, Myers, and Jamison Williams. Although I'm kind of like, I will say, I do worry we're too low on James Cook. I know it's the Lions' run defense, but I feel like this game could, again, this game is like I saw like this is the highest total of any game this year. Now, I know it doesn't always work out that way.
No. Well, the thing is, okay, Cook is one of the more boom bust running backs. He either has a
Right.
big game or he gets shut down. Like there is no in between. He's had some bad games, and that's what I worry is that he's a guy who's going to get you like 2 points, which is what he did last week. He got you like 2 points. That's my concern.
Yeah. I guess my concern is it's a boom game, but I mean, because it's hard. Like,
Yeah, I guess the Lions, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be able to sit and give them the ball 15 plus times.
well, I mean, it's not about that. It's more about like the touchdown upside. Like,
Well, he could always score a touchdown. I mean, he definitely has been, but I mean, I definitely like Chuba better than him. Chuba's been scoring
no, I definitely
touchdowns.
no Chuba over him for sure. It's Jamison and James Cook is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, Jameson's risky too.
Yeah, because I mean he's going against that Bills second. I know like, people are gonna say, "Oh, look what Puka did," but okay, let's like, are
Not
we
the
gonna look at one game or are we gonna look at a whole season? Like, what have wide receivers done against the Bills this year? Not much. Not much.
Jameson is fast. He's no Puka.
No, he's definitely no Puka. He's not gonna make some of those catches Puka made. That's for sure. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna change my answer to James Cook at the flex.
Yeah, I mean that's fine because Jameson is definitely no guarantee to smash. He could get you just 5 points as well. All right, there you go. So again, Sean of the South, there you go. And it's because I finally caught up to where I was before. Um, did we do JR65, Shakir, Rashad White, or Adams?
We did not, but I think you sadly have to flex Adams.
All right. So now, NTY with another one, Baker or Goff?
I think I'm gonna go Baker.
Yeah, I'll go Baker here. Goff, maybe has a big game, but again, on paper, still a tough Bills pass defense. So let's go Baker. Rise, what's up? Rise above anything. Needs help setting what should be a winning lineup. Tua, Cook, Kyron, JJ, Odunze, Kraft, Hubbard is the flex. Got Corum, Devontae Smith Downs, QJ, and Braylon Allen on the bench. Any changes?
I mean, probably not. I don't think I really want to start any of those guys. Cook and Kyron, JJ. Well, I mean, Odunze.
The only one I would consider is Devonta Smith, but
I mean, Odunze. Like, I know Odunze scored twice last week, but what did he do the previous 12 games?
not score.
Like, you know what I mean? You don't want to just like all of it. I know it's hard. I know it's hard not to just be like, look what Odunze did last week. How do you bench him? But it's like, well, like, what did Odunze do the previous 12 games? Nothing. basically, right? I think he had like one other good game or maybe two other good games. I don't know. I think I still go Devonta Smith over Odunze, personally.
Yeah, that's the only possible switch here. It's not just about last week. It's definitely supposed to be a better matchup for Odunze against this Vikings defense. I would probably stick him in there and hope for the big play, the upside. But it could go either way. Angel Gomez needs 2 between Evans, Amon-Ra, Addison, Judy, and Thielen.
I'm still going Evans and Amon-Ra here. I know it's tough to have like Addison or Thielen, those guys on my bench, but I don't think I can bench Evans for those guys.
If he's good to go, yeah, I'll play Evans. I think I'll right now tentatively just put Amon-Ra and Addison in my lineup and then wait to see how I feel about Evans. Juice still in it to win it, and by win it I mean 5th place. That's okay. Keep fighting. 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex.
All right, I'm gonna go Gibbs, McCormick at running back.
Oh, sorry, he forgot. Also got MHJ.
Okay, we'll see. Gibbs, McCormick at running back. I'm gonna go Ladd, Jennings, and Adams, wide receiver flex.
Yeah, sorry, I was scrolling through the comments. I would go Gibbs, McCormick, McConkey if he plays, Jennings, Adams at flex. You said Adams at flex too, right?
Yeah.
All right. And guess who's here? The man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Keith, the Weather
What's
Beast.
up?
Tough choice. Okay. DJ Moore, Drake London, or Ramondre in PPR?
Oh, this is a tough choice. You're right. I think DJ Moore has the most upside, though. London might have the highest floor, but I think DJ Moore has the most upside. And it's not like he has no floor. I mean, even last week, he wasn't terrible. What did he do last? Even though the Bears were terrible, he still got 6 catches for 49 yards. It's not like he killed you. I mean, he didn't help you, but he didn't kill you. But I mean, look, the Bears did not. The Bears had 4 yards in the first half. They basically that was basically in a half of football. He did that in a half of football because. So I think I'm going to go DJ Moore here and shoot for that upside.
Yeah, DJ Moore just had a huge game against the Vikings a couple weeks ago. Do it again. Vikings giving up a lot to wide receivers. It's always about the upside. He knows this. DJ Moore it is. Josh Nelson, 2 running backs, 3 receivers in a flex. Got Bijan Kamara, Monty, Chase Brown. What?
Wow.
Garrett Jennings, Harrison, Terry, and JSN. This must be like an 8-team league.
You got to go Bijan and Kamara at running back. Although I don't. Do I go Chase Brown over Kamara?
I
might.
I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bijan, Chase Brown at running back. I'm gonna go Jennings, Terry, and I think I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson at wide receiver. Do I flex Monty over Kamara? No, I think I still go Kamara. I don't know.
There's concern with Kamara. Number 1, Hayner, Rattler, whoever at quarterback. Number 2, Kendrick Miller might get some more touches. But does he get 10 dump offs?
That's the thing. But Monty, I feel like this is a game where like Monty and Gibbs might combine for 3 or 4 touchdowns. So I might just flex Monty over Kamara, honestly. Man, that's tough, but
yeah. So Josh, going to Bijan and Chase Brown, Terry, Jennings, and then third receiver going Garrett Wilson. And then Monty is your flex. There you go. Anthony, how's it going? Friendly reminder about our previously discussed possible live draft in Vegas.
That's right. You're gonna have to remind me again because I completely forgot.
That sounds good to me. I don't mind going back. I'm back to Vegas. All right, son of Jacob. DK, Hubbard, Pollard, Flex.
I think you got to go Chuba.
It's too good of a matchup. Chuba getting all of the touches there against Dallas. I do still like Pollard. He's been good. DK kind of risky, so it's Chuba. Then we have Legend again. Mixon, Taylor, Garendo, Walker at running back, Evans, London, Collins, Metcalf, St. Brown at receiver. Drop one for a second defense.
Nah. Well, wait, is LEJ the one that like said there's no waivers? Are you the one is he the one who said no waivers anymore?
I don't think so. I'll have to go back. Let me check.
Was that you, LEJ?
I'm gonna have to go all the way back here. Yeah, it was like the very, very beginning. Okay. Give me a second to scroll. Power scrolling. Wish it was a search feature. This is the previous.
What's that? Yeah, the waiver. Okay, so he is the one where the waivers are locking. So do we drop Taylor or because here's the thing, it doesn't sound like it sounds like if Garendo misses this week, he probably won't miss next week. Which means Taylor goes back to irrelevance. Do we drop Taylor for a week 17 defense?
Well, if you're not starting Taylor, then you could. But then what if Garendo is hurt more than 1 week? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to feel great about Taylor ever?
No, I don't think I'll ever feel great about him. But and it's like, do you want somebody else? Oh, wait, nobody else can pick him up then, right?
Right. No one can pick him up. Yeah, I might. Who are the defenses? Can you pull up his other question?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So again, you're probably playing the Broncos. You could play the Broncos the next 2 weeks. You probably don't want to play the Broncos week 17 against the Bengals if you get there. Chiefs get Steelers. Packers, Cardinals, Jets, or Chiefs.
If you had a dominant defense available to you, which is unlikely, maybe. I don't think any of these defenses are significantly better than the Broncos. I mean, Packers and Cardinals are kind of close. Chiefs are kind of close. They're good, but I don't know. I think it's more important to have a running back in case Mixon goes down. Look, you have a lot of injured running backs. Garendo, Walker. I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, none of those defenses had great matchups except maybe the Chiefs against the Steelers in week 17. So, yeah, probably not.
All right. Cody, JMO's on waivers. Just start him over Keenan.
No.
Jim K. When's the last time you had 6 must start? That's right.
Oh, there was times last year where we had very few must starts. I remember maybe not on wide receivers, but on running backs, because usually all the running backs are hurt by now. And it's like, okay, there's like 4 must start running backs.
Oh, yeah, running back, but the receiver, he's right. Usually that's where
wide receiver has been awful this year. Awful.
So sit one of these must starts or close to must starts. Cup, Jennings, Terry Sungott.
I think I gotta sit Jennings here.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be surprising that Jennings is the highest scorer out of all these receivers. but I don't think I can sit Cup. We're still got Sun God as a must start. Yeah. Full Venom Jacket. All right. Pick two and flex. Cup, AJB, BTJ, B-Rob, JT, Najee. Cheers.
All right. JT and B-Rob at running back. Cup and AJ Brown at wide receiver. And I will flex Brian Thomas Jr.
Agree. All right. That was pretty easy. Basic money. Cousins or Drake May?
Just give me Drake May. I cannot. Look decent. He looked decent. He threw 2 interceptions and no touchdown. I guess by Kirk Cousins standards these days, that's decent, but two interceptions, no touchdowns. I know it's the Raiders, but I don't care. I mean, look, maybe this is the week. Maybe this is the week Cousins throws for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, but I'm not finding out with him in my fantasy lineup. This guy has 8 interceptions and 0 touchdowns over the last 4 games. I am not. There is no way. I can't do it. Look, basic money, you want to risk it, you do it. Go for it. It's your team. But I'm just going to take whatever Drake May gives me, whatever little bit Drake May gives me.
Well, here's the thing. At least Drake May does is he can run, and Kirk Cousins won't. Just hope that he runs. Yeah. This could be the week that we see Michael Penix Jr. Just saying.
Could be. I mean, look, if they're losing at halftime and Kirk Cousins has like 2 interceptions, why not? They're in must-win territory. They're in must-win territory.
Yep. Darth Bone, question in the chat. Finally got I was going to say, this must be Mark, right? Mark.
Oh, yes. That's right, Mark.
Let's see where the question is. He must have put it before this. Or maybe not. Oh, yes, I do see it. Team name of 14 years. Nice. Made playoffs in 3 out of 4 leagues. That's good. I mean, it's not easy to do that. Super flex. Team 1, Ingram or Schultz?
I'll just go with Ingram here.
Yeah, Schultz hasn't been basically all season fantasy relevant. Team 2, Purdy. What, Purdy? Okay, this is his whole team. Purdy, Pittman, Flowers, Pollard, Patrick Taylor, Kittle, Sharps, and Mooney. And then Kyler. Bench is Braylon Allen, J-Mo Cooks, and Valet. It is a super flex team.
Yeah. I don't know. My only debate is Braylon Allen and Patrick Taylor. But if Garendo is out, I probably do go Patrick Taylor. If Garendo plays, I'll go Braylon Allen.
Yeah, because you got to feel better about Patrick Taylor's opportunities. He should get more touches than Braylon splitting time with Isaiah Davis. So let's keep it the way it is. J-Mo Mooney. What do you think? Is that close? Or just keep with Mooney because he's giving you a floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Mooney in over J-Mo. Yeah.
All right, there you go, Darth Bone. Which did generate a comment from Boomer about how you admitted to not seeing the Star Wars movies. It's very disappointing. Christian Diaz. Made it. All right, non-PPR, start 2, Jennings, Wilson, Higgins, and Myers.
I'm going to go Higgins and Jennings. I just feel like they have more touchdown upside than Garrett Wilson because talk about this in the boom. Devontae Adams is 3rd in targets inside the 10-yard line over the last 5 weeks. Why? I don't know, but he is.
Yeah, that's the crazy aggravating thing is that Jennings now has a bigger target share than Garrett Wilson in his offense. Let's go fair. Yeah, and touchdown upside. Jennings, Higgins. And then defense, Steelers, Ravens, or Commanders.
I'm going Commanders slightly over Ravens.
It's definitely not the Steelers. I can guarantee you that. It's either of those two are great. I'm barely Ravens. He's barely Commanders, but they're both good. Menace, non-PPR again. Pick 3, Jennings, Higgins, McLaurin, Waddle, Cup.
Got to play Cup. I think you got to go Cup, Higgins, Terry, and man, benching Juwan. I don't.
This one is tough. This one, non-PPR. I mean, they all have touchdown upside.
Yep.
I almost, even as much as I like him, I almost wonder if T is the one to bench.
I mean, I'm okay with that. It's hard to think. I mean, Waddle I can easily bench. The rest are tough, but yeah, it's fine. Let's go Cup, Terry, Jennings.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Cup, Terry, Jennings. Let's do that. All right, then T, Ertz or Muth, both good options. Which one?
Yeah, but I think
non-PPR.
I think I feel better about Muth scoring than I do Ertz. So I'm going to go Muth.
Yeah, that's what I just realized is non-PPR. Muth has scored 2 of the last 3 games somehow. D-Char, Garendo, Hall, or Tracy?
I think I'm just going to go Tracy. Even if Garendo is somehow active, I don't want to risk it. I feel like he's not close to 100%. So I'm just going to go Tracy.
Yeah. Bad foot, bad knee, Tracy. Drop pits, yes.
Yes.
Just for anything. Sandy McMurray, 8-man PPR, has to win. Mayfield, Henry, Pollard, St. Brown, Thielen, Bowers, Collins. On the bench is Garendo, Harrison, Irving, Mooney, Neighbors, Jonnu, BTJ.
Yeah, I don't think I changed anything here. Henry, I don't think I'm playing any of those running backs over Pollard.
Yeah. Would you? Well, let's just assume. What if Desmond Ritter's the quarterback?
No, I'm not playing Jonnu over Bowers.
No. All right.
No, I think you're good. I think you're good, Sandy.
All right. Lazo Baseball, 96. Full PPR, 2 receivers, 2 flex, London, Mooney, Debo, Addison, and Thielen. So which one of these hits the bench?
I think I'm going to bench Debo, but I'm okay if you want to bench Mooney and play Debo because you're worried about the squeaky wheel and then force feeding him a bunch of targets. But I don't know. I think I'm going to bench Debo here. Just pray he doesn't go off on my bench.
That's it. You want to roll a dice and take a gamble that Debo all of a sudden gets all these targets. No, let's not fall for that. Let's sit Debo. I don't love Mooney necessarily, but yeah, let's sit Debo. Golden Child, who to flex Sutton, Monty, Aaron Jones, or James Cook. It's only one.
I mean, I think you can definitely go wrong here. It doesn't say scoring. I'll say if it's full PPR, I'm going to go Sutton. I think if it's full or half, I'm going to go Sutton. If it's non-PPR, I'm going to go Monty.
Yep, I agree with that. Christian Diaz, now non-PPR pick 3. Dowdle.
Well,
Chase Brown, HN, and B-Rob.
I think so. I think I'm just going to sit. As much as I like Dowdle here, I can't start him over these guys. I'm sitting Dowdle.
Yeah, Chase and HN are must starts. You start them. And then we like B-Rob a lot this week. Like Dowdle too, but let's do that. Okay, yeah, Ross, sorry. We are a little behind on time. We got a lot of questions because it's playoff time. We did get to this, but let's do it again. Love or Herbert? You went Herbert, I went Love. That didn't really help. And then flex Charbonnet, Devontae Tillman, or Keenan.
So we said, we did this question already, I feel like.
Yeah, we did.
Charbonnet if Walker is out, otherwise Keenan.
There you go. You should be able to find out. Hopefully, Anthony wants to know Sam Darnold or Jaden Daniels.
It's funny because my wife's going to have the same decision, which basically means I have the same decision. The difference is if you make the wrong decision, Anthony, you just lose your fantasy football matchup. If I make the wrong decision, I have to sleep on the couch with no blankets.
That was right.
I'm going Jaden Daniels.
It's the Saints. I think you can feel pretty good about Jaden Daniels. Go with Jaden Daniels. Be rich. Tank Dell or Christian Watson?
Tank Dell is unstartable. Just go whatever Christian Watson gives me, I'll just take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was officially done after he got one catch versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Done. Juice with another one. This is a kicker question, so it's just for you. Graham Gano or Joey Sly?
Joey Sly, is he Panthers?
No, he used to be Panthers. I think he's Patriots now.
Graham Gano, Giants?
There you go. You got it.
You can't take the kicker for the Giants. Just give me Joey Sly.
Sly it is. Niner fan. I love that he's putting that much thought into the kicker question for his 5th place finish. Niner fan has Njoku. Is it time to pick up Ertz or Ferg?
Yeah, probably just grab Ertz. Should be Ferguson, but after last week, you got to be nervous. Just grab Ertz, just in case.
Yeah, I like Ertz this week. Mentioned this. Not that it necessarily will directly benefit Ertz, but Noah Brown is out for the season. He's got like a kidney issue or something. So he's gone. He's been the number 2 receiver. More targets open. Okay. Sorry, we're catching up to the super chats, and then we'll keep doing some more. Rudy, Hurts or Knicks?
Hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the two of Hurts questions, but Hurts Knicks, that's
right. You have Hurts, you start Hurts. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and 2 flex. Puka, Jennings, Kamara, JT, Judy, Charbonnet, Mooney, Tracy, Bucky, or McCormick.
All right. Puka and Jennings at wide receiver. I would honestly go Kamara, Zach, Charbonnet if Kenneth Walker is out. But you're going to need 2 flexes, so probably going to flex JT and Mooney. If Walker plays, I'll go Kamara, JT with Mooney and probably Tracy at the flex.
Yeah, I'll just, Rudy, I'll say this. I'm going to just say the first 6, right? Puka, Jennings, Kamara, JT, Judy, Sharbs. If Walker plays, swap out Sharbs.
I missed Judy. Sorry. Yeah, Judy over Mooney. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd swap Sharbs for Mooney. Junior most wanted. 2 and a flex. Half PPR. St. Brown, London, Myers, JSN, Devonta Smith, Neighbors. Chuba, JT, Cook.
All right, I'm going to go St. Brown. I think I'm going to go St. Brown and JSN at wide receiver. I'm going to go Chuba, JT at running back. We need a flex. It's half PPR. If it sounds like Aiden O'Connell is going to play, I'll go Myers at the flex. If it doesn't sound like he's going to play, I think I'm going to go James Cook. I don't know why. I feel like this is going to be a lot of touchdowns in this game, and I don't feel like they're all going to go to Josh Allen this week.
You can't score all of them.
He did last week.
I mean, okay, at running back, I'm going Chuba, JT. At running receiver, I'm going St. Brown, JSN, and I'll flex. I probably would flex London. McBride, it's got to be McBride.
McBride at tight end, Goff at QB. Don't. I mean, look, if Purdy's out there or Tua's out there, yeah, play them. But
yeah, Knicks. I would go Knicks over Goff. Would you go Knicks over Goff?
Probably. That one is very close for me. I probably would.
Frosty, 1 receiver, 2 running backs, and 1 flex. McLaurin, Moore, Waddle, Cooper, Tracy, B-Rob, Sharps.
Only 1 wide receiver here. It's Terry. 2 running backs are Brian Robinson and Charbonnet if Walker's out. If not, Brian Robinson and Tracy. If you play Brian Robinson and Charbonnet, actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to flex DJ Moore no matter what. So Terry at wide receiver, either B-Rob and Charbonnet or B-Rob Tracy, depending on Walker. DJ Moore at the flex.
Yeah, sounds good. What about Henry over Ferguson? Saying he hasn't been great with Cooper Rush, that's a little misleading because he hasn't played for the previous 2 weeks before last week. So that's kind of why. But I get it. You're saying he didn't really have big games before that.
Yeah, and it's just
but now that I think about it, like I wonder when was the last time he had a big game and he hasn't scored a touchdown. You know what?
I know.
Maybe it's time to move on from Jake Ferguson.
Henry.
Yeah. You know what? You're right, Frosty. We go Hunter Henry. I think about it because I always feel like, well, he scores touchdowns, and like he hasn't this year. He hasn't scored a touchdown. And Schoonmaker might be involved. Yeah. Not a question, unless there's another one, but I want to give props to Dan Miller saying he made the playoffs in 5 out of 6 leagues.
Very nice. Well done, Dan. Well done. Good job.
All right. Golden Child with the membership wants another question here. Do you all suggest? I think that's the same one, right? Sutton, Monty, or Jones? Went Sutton.
Yeah, if it's PPR, it's Sutton. If it's non, it's Monty.
Let's. Okay. Nah, I was gonna put it up, and then I saw the spamming. Sorry, don't reward spamming. All right, guys. By the way, if you did super chat in the last 20 minutes, we're getting there. Then we'll get to you. But I have not been remiss to not mention that you also can ask your questions on DraftLane. This is an app. It's our app. You ask your question just like you do on here, but you can do it on your phone. It's a free download, App Store, Play Store. Just search DraftLane, and you can ask all your questions, and one of us will answer and get you what you need with personalized feedback, not just the response, but then we'll give you a comment as well. So we can see also it syncs with Sleeper and Yahoo leagues, so we can see your rosters, your waivers. If you have an advanced trade question, we can even see your opposition's rosters as well for those who are still trading. So a lot of cool features on there. If you haven't tried DraftLine yet, download it now. All right, Arthur Swanson, though. Rashad White or Swift in the flex? Half PPR.
This is a brutal spot for Swift. I think I'm just going to go Rashad White either way. I just don't think Bucky's going to be 100% this week.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I think Rashad White's still a good start, even if Bucky is active. Because if he's active, it doesn't mean he's getting a full workload. He's definitely banged up. I mean, there's multiple things. It was a hip, now it's the back. And Todd Bowles was like, yeah, we're waiting to see if the back loosens up. That's not promising. I'm not gonna start a guy who is hoping his back doesn't give out during the game. So Rashad White should be fine. All right, let's see. I got some Star Wars convo. Chris, you want in on the Star Wars convo?
What?
Got some Star Wars convo in the chat.
Oh. Yeah, you don't want me in the Star Wars convo.
All right. YMC, Tracy or Pacheco? Pacheco's tough. Do you feel Pacheco gets more involved, more touches this week?
Yeah, but it is the Steelers. No.
Browns.
Browns are still good against the run. For as bad as they are against the pass, they're still good against the run. But Tracy, the Giants offense, not a good matchup against the Ravens. It's terrible. Maybe Pacheco here.
Yeah, like you said, Browns are technically top 10 against the run. They don't give up a lot of yards per carry, but they do give up a lot of touchdowns, or at least they have on the ground for what that's worth. And that's the thing with Pacheco, touchdown upside. I think just because of Tracy's matchup is so tough
Yeah,
against
so
Baltimore,
tough.
that's what worries me. So let's go Pacheco. Waddle or Mooney? Can Waddle possibly string together 2 straight good games?
I mean, it's a great matchup. Great
It is.
matchup here against Houston. I might just go Waddle.
I think the more important question is, was the lack of targets for Jonnu Smith all game until overtime, is that something that's going to happen from now on? Are we going to go back to the wide receivers?
I don't know. Who
I don't know
knows?
either. This is my team. But I'll shoot for the upside of Waddle in the matchup. Let's play matchups. The Raging Seaboard. All right. Half PPR start 2. Shakir, Judy, Ladd, Elijah Moore, Mooney, Thielen, QJ.
Oh man, half PPR. I'm gonna rank Ladd. Thinking half PPR, I'm gonna go Ladd, Judy, Thielen. But I could also go Ladd, Thielen, Judy.
Yeah, Ladd plays. You should be number 1 here. Thielen 2. Shakir's interesting, right? Shakir is a high floor guy as well, but I think Thielen has a higher ceiling. So let's say right now, Ladd and Thielen. We have now the Grumpy Unk podcast.
Okay.
All right. Start 2.
Wait,
Patrick
is
Taylor.
that UNC, University of North Carolina? Are you not grumpy today?
Well, that's what I wonder. I was going to say UNC, and I was like, well, maybe it means Unk, like uncle, grumpy uncle would make sense, but maybe
True.
this is like I'm a Tar Heel fan and I'm grumpy. I don't know. Let us know, grumpy
We'll
Unk.
check it out.
Well, if Bill Belichick's there, there's going to be a whole lot of grumpiness
Yeah.
to go around.
Well, you think he'll still be grumpy in college?
Yes.
Okay.
He might get more grumpy, and then he has to deal with a bunch of like 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds. He'll regret it. Okay. Patrick Taylor, Pacheco, or Thielen, 2.
Pacheco and Thielen.
Pacheco and Thielen. Yeah. Feel better about Pacheco.
So I'm checking it out. They only have one video, so
Is it about Bill Belichick?
no, that was 2 months ago. It says the Grumpy Unk podcast type SHIT episode 1.
All right. Well, we'll see if it becomes a thing. Derek, After Dark, Hurts or Knicks?
Hurts. Let me
Hurts.
just do this.
T or Devontae?
T.
Braylon Allen or Sincere?
I'll probably just go Sincere. At least he's getting all the touches, and he gets Falcons.
Yeah, that's the only one that might be close, but let's go Sincere. We know he's looking good. Tell you what, he's not just getting touches; he's actually, unlike Madison, looking good. All right, Mark Evans. Glad you're still around, but we'll not be asking questions anymore because but still taking the time to ask the questions that really matter. Who really did kill JFK? And what about UFOs?
I'm gonna say Lee Harvey Oswald killed JFK.
Come on.
But I do think there are definitely UFOs. I do think there's definitely life somewhere else.
Just say this, Mark, asking important questions. One of our favorite shows, my wife and I, we watch The Unexplained on Netflix. You seen that? William Shatner.
Yep.
It's great. Love that show. I mean, I don't believe in most of it, but I think it's still a great show. KJ Herring. Pick 3. Jacoby Myers, DJ Moore, Ridley, St. Brown, Thielen.
I think you still got to play St. Brown for as mediocre as he's been. I think Thielen might be my number 2 here. I think sadly DJ or Ridley is going to be my number 3. Oh, tough to bench DJ Moore. I mean, look, if Aiden O'Connell plays, I'll probably put Myers number 3. But I think right now I'm going to go Ridley number 3.
Yeah, with these receivers, I can eliminate the risk, right? This is when you have all very good, high upside, number 1 receivers. Like, okay, who has the most risk? It's Myers. Who am I starting no matter what? St. Brown. Who probably has the best upside after that? It should be Ridley, right? Should be Ridley. Should be. So DJ Moore and Thielen is tough, but I'll say DJ Moore's probably the riskier one, even though he probably has a little more upside than Thielen, but I'm going to go Thielen. So I'll say the last 3. And then Big Carson. Sitwan, Saquon, Jacobs, Achane, Puka, Nico, Chase. Oh, come on.
What? This can't be real. I'll sit Achane, I guess. You can't sit any of these guys.
That's
this cannot be a real question.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I'm starting to doubt. I have more doubt on this than the UFOs.
Yeah.
Golden Child with another one here. 2 receivers, 2 running backs, tight end and a flex. Chase, Puka, Sutton, Smith, King Henry, Chase Brown, Monty Jones, and James Cook, and then Kittle and Njoku.
All right, you got to go Kittle, especially with Njoku dealing with a hamstring injury. But Kittle, anyways. You got to play Chase and Puka. You got to play Henry and Chase Brown, and then I'm going to flex David Montgomery. Although, man, it's full PPR. Oh no, I'm going to flex Sutton. I'm going to flex Sutton over Monty and hate it. Hate life.
Yeah, but you know, when you have too many good players, it's okay. Because I don't think any of these guys will let you down. But thank you for putting respect on the King Henry's name.
Yes.
He deserves. Roger with a D, Roger X.
Nice.
Made the playoffs in 6 of 7 leagues, and the one we missed, of course, everyone's favorite when you outscore everyone except for everyone else outscoring you every single week.
Yeah.
That's the best. This is why, by the way, we have some leagues. I like the thing where you do the median, right? Median scoring. If you're in the top half of points scored each week, you get a win or like a point, right? So if you win head to head, you get a point, and if you are in the top scorers, you get a point. It evens it out.
Yep, I like that. Or I also like where if you're like in a 12-team league or whatever deeper where 6 teams make it, you make the last playoff spot for the highest scoring team who's not currently in the playoffs.
There you go. You could do that too. Reward the one who actually scored points. Yeah, I see. Well, I don't know what's going on here. Juice is there's I'm not sure what he's trying to put a hex. Juice is trying to put a hex on Lad McConkey for some reason, just to tilt Boomer.
Why are you hexing Lad?
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Lad?
What did Boomer do to you? I thought y'all were buds. All right. We're almost caught up here. Yes, I'm sure you have too, seen the Oliver Stone movie on JFK. It's a good one.
Nah, I've not. I don't watch Oliver Stone.
You didn't watch that?
No.
We got some work to do. You need a whole lot more free time so you can catch up on all the Star Wars movies, all the Simpsons seasons.
Oliver Stone and all his conspiracy theories with everything's a conspiracy theory, everything. Like, okay.
Like conspiracies. All right. It's fun. It's fun.
I did see the Seinfeld episode about it though. That was great.
Seinfeld is classic.
With who's the baseball player they had on? It was like a 2-parter too. Keith Hernandez.
Oh, well, because he dated Elaine.
Yeah, and they were also talking about the JFK. Like it was a JFK thing because I think maybe the Oliver Stone movie had just come out or something. I don't know, but that was great.
That's funny. It's a documentary. It's not a movie. It's a documentary.
Not a movie. It's a documentary. Okay.
Corey Jones with a question here. Needs one: Mahomes, Knicks, Herbert, and then Stafford or Murray.
I go Murray over Stafford. I think you go Stafford over Murray. Yeah. That's right. Newman spit on Keith Hernandez. Oh, that was so good. That's right. Newman spit on Keith Hernandez, and they played it like the JFK. Oh, so good.
That's right. Yeah, now I remember that.
He was so good. Yeah. It's all
back
so
into
good.
the left.
Oh, the writing on that show was so fantastic. So fantastic. Whenever I go to my dad's house, that's all he's watching is Seinfeld.
Really? That's funny.
He's probably seen, he's had to have seen every episode 50 times each. I don't know. Anyways, I go Murray. I think you go Stafford. Mahomes, Knicks. Do I go Mahomes over Knicks or do I go Knicks over Mahomes? I think I go Mahomes over Knicks. I'm not scared of that Browns defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mahomes here. I think he still has some big game upside. Oh yeah, Roger McDowell. Yeah, now we're getting
that show was great. That show was so good. I might have to see if I can find that episode and watch it.
Yeah. Oh, it's on Netflix. Yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
Is it? All right.
Yeah. No, or is it Hulu? No, I think it's Netflix. Yeah. All right, let's see a couple more. You know what? Let's do Aaron Maxim. Tries to get in a question toward the end. AJB or Bucky?
I'm gonna go AJ Brown. AJ Brown.
Yeah, Bucky's health very much in question. All right, starting Shakir, McConkey, Mixon, and Kyron. Yeah, that's good.
That's fine.
AJB. That means a 14 teamer. All right, we have super chat from Selena Ortega. Thank you, Selena. Needs 2. Higgins, London, Judy, and Lamb for receiver. Needs 2 out of Monty Walker, Pollard, and Pacheco.
I think you got to go Higgins, Lamb at wide receiver. I'm going to go Monty Pollard at running back.
Yeah, Lamb still borderline must start. And I like Higgins this week. Hope he has a big bounce back week. And Monty Pollard, yeah. Kendall has a question that apparently Don also has. Would you drop Ingram for Hunter Henry?
I think you can. I mean, if you're going to play Hunter Henry this week, yeah, you can drop Ingram.
Just no upside. No upside. And it's the Jets. It's a tougher matchup. Nah. You can drop Ingram. All right, and we have Ballers. Kincaid or Schultz? Is there a choice C or D?
Yeah, I'll go Schultz over Kincaid, though. I'm not playing Kincaid. Keon Coleman healthy. Cooper may be involved. The Lions, the toughest against tight ends. Nah, I'll go Schultz.
Look, despite the fact those guys have done nothing all season, they're still somewhat rostered just because people actually drafted them. You know what I mean? So I think there's a good chance you can stream somebody.
Yeah, Hunter Henry. I would take Hunter Henry over both.
I mean, easily Hunter Henry. You know who I would honestly go over those guys. Chiga Conquo.
Oh,
Bengals defense.
Oh, that is true.
Maybe Noah Gray. I would take him over those two guys. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I would take Noah Gray over them. Yes,
and he's probably available. Maybe even Austin Hooper. All right, let's do 3 more random ones. Here we go. No, I don't think Tony Gonzalez is available. Sorry.
Sadly not. Sadly not.
All right, well, here, Thomas, Schultz or Juwan Johnson?
Yeah, I'll just go Juwan. Whatever Juwan gives me, I'll take.
Yeah, exactly. JMO, Flex Judy, Jacoby, or Pacheco?
So I'll say if it sounds like Aiden O'Connell is going to play, I'll go Jacoby. Otherwise, Judy.
There you go. And then Jenga just popped up with a super chat here. Purdy or Kyler?
Just go Purdy.
Yeah, definitely go Purdy here. And then Walker, Sincere, or Swift?
I think I'm going to go Sincere, even if Walker plays. Like, Walker can't be healthy. I mean, you don't have an MRI on your calf because it feels great. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm going to go Sincere.
I'm glad you said that. I'm going Sincere also. And then let's do Rachel Butaro. Darnold or Nix?
Darnold.
Kraft or Andrews?
That one's tough, but I think I'm going to go Andrews.
That is tough. I think Andrews has more of a ceiling here. Neighbors, Pacheco, Garendo, Tracy, St. Brown, Jacobs, Shakir, Thielen, Walker, 2-2 and a flex.
All right, Jacobs, and I think I'll go Pacheco at running back. St. Brown and Thielen at wide receiver. It's full PPR. I'll flex Shakir.
Yeah, I mean, Jacobs, you have to start. St. Brown, you have to start. Yeah. Would you say for the second RB, Pacheco?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. All right. And then Marcos Alvarado, super chat. I'm still looking for the question. I don't think he's typed it yet. So while we're waiting for that, old Chuck, Devonta Smith or Kenneth Walker?
Yeah, it's full PPR. I'll just go with Devonta Smith.
Yeah. Again, can't feel good about Walker even if he plays. All right, here's Marcos. If Garendo doesn't play, Patrick Taylor or DeAndre Swift?
I'll go Patrick Taylor. Not feeling good about Swift this week against the Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings defense very tough against the run, and then pick one kicker and one defense, like any.
Chris Boswell, Washington Commanders. I don't like pick a kicker.
Oh no, here we go. Sorry, he actually now he's posting the questions. Tucker or McManus?
I mean, you can't play Tucker, can you?
I don't think so.
You can't start Tucker. Can't start Tucker.
And then Chargers or Eagles?
Eagles.
Yeah. Texas Pete.
What's up?
Yeah, welcome back. You helped me get to the playoffs. So of course, that's what we're here to do. Let's help you get a championship now. CeeDee, Myers, Jawan, Thielen, Evans, Pollard, Chuba, Jacobs, Rico.
All right. Well, I don't know how many you need. I always usually just assume 2-2-1 in these situations. So I'll go CeeDee, Jawan, Chuba, Jacobs, and I think if there's a flex, I still got to flex Evans. I don't think I can put like Thielen or Jacoby or Rico over Evans. So CeeDee, Jawan, Chuba, Jacobs, Evans at the flex.
There you go. Yeah, assuming that's what you need. You got a lot of. I mean, I don't feel bad about any of these players. You know what I mean? You don't have any. Absolutely, you can't start that guy. So. And ballers now asking about waiver wire defenses. Well, it's hard to say not knowing who's available. If you can drop a couple of options, maybe the highest in terms of availability, ownership. I will say this:
Washington, Baltimore. Yeah. Baltimore's out there in a lot of leagues because they haven't been very good. Eagles might be out there. Who else? Who else has good matchups this week that might be out there?
This week, the best matchups belong to, of course, Baltimore, like you said. The Broncos, not bad.
Yeah, Broncos not bad. Cardinals not bad if they're still out there. They get the Patriots.
Yeah, maybe the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders. Falcons aren't bad either, and they're probably out there because they get probably Desmond Ridder. Yeah,
and I'll just say I'm going to, just like doing top playoff running backs, receivers, going to do top defenses. A lot of people asking defense questions. I get it. It's important now. So you're going to get some rankings for that soon. Yeah, fine with the Broncos. Jets versus the Jaguars, definitely.
Yeah.
Every time I say Jets Jaguars, I think of Jet Jaguar from the Godzilla movies. Mark Hoffman in half PPR needs a quarterback. Drake May or Russ?
I'll just take whatever Drake May gives me. Can't feel good about Russ against the Eagles on the road. No Pickens. Whatever Drake May gives me, I'll take.
2 receivers and 2 flex between Tyreek, DK, Ridley, Pollard, Sutton, Jennings. Probably not going to.
I'm going to go Tyreek and Jennings. I'm going to flex Sutton. It's half PPR. Do I go Ridley or Pollard?
Yeah, one of the Titans. Just which one?
Pollard definitely safer, much higher floor, but I think Ridley has more upside. I'll go Ridley. I'll apologize in advance.
Well, as bad as the Bengals defense has been, much worse against the pass. I think I chase that ceiling for Ridley. I know it might not happen, but I got to do it. Got to try. Okay, let's see. Anything else we missed? I don't think so. Yeah, we did Texas Pete's. All right. Well, that does it. Let's just say we will be back tomorrow.
Yep.
Week 15. Ready for it. We'll be here a little bit before, about 2 hours before the game starts. Help you with your last minute starts questions. See if we have any clarity on some injuries and any clarity on what exactly Deebo Samuel will do or not do for you. Patrick Taylor, see if Isaac Grendo plays. So check back in tomorrow. If you haven't already, subscribe, turn notifications on so you know when we go live again, and give us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. And of course, check out all the videos for this week as well. All right. Thanks, guys.